password next to your computer also isn't that safe.
Yep.
Caribou has a crew with a whole bunch of dudes and a couple really cool chicks. Come here to learn, come here to teach. Mostly we come to bullshit. Caribou heart, we all play our part in this cannabis game. Caribou heart, come pop a squat, recreate, or just kill your pain. Rolling up weed into a bunch of dudes and a couple dang dab hits. Laughing along, getting real stoned. Don't forget, dear Uncle Rick. Caribou heart, we all play our part in this cannabis game. Caribou heart, come pop a squat, recreate, or just kill your pain.
Well, first and foremost, I think I got to throw a huge shout out to Hurt and Albert. And it looks like it worked there, brother. Everybody that got down with the We Want BEEZ hashtags and all that on the last show. He's back, baby. BEEZ, how you doing, man?
Doing pretty good. Doing pretty good. How's everybody else? It's so good to be here among the living.
Oh, we don't care about us, but baby, we just care about you right now.
Man, you know what I care about? I care about G-Bay's beautiful face and how I can see it. It's so defined, it's chiseled. It's like a fucking Greek god over here. Man, crazy pop mom. What kind of advertisements do you have going on in your subtitle? Follow me, Crazy Pop Mom, on YouTube.
Oh, welcome back, BEEZ. You know, it's been there for a couple weeks and you're the only one that acknowledged it. Cheers.
I'm just reading what I see, calling it like I see it. Prophet's got his hat on. What else is new? Is your hair filling in the space in between? Prophet? You're growing a box top? Oh, it's still nice.
He's so disappointed.
I'll be honest, I want it back so bad so I can spike it back up. It's driving me nuts. I want to be able to put glue back in my hair and spike it up. I feel naked. My head's cold. I don't like it.
You chose this, man.
So look. Before we go on here, guys, I gotta say, so we're just talking about someone getting themselves a new computer and stuff like that. And will we see him tonight? He just popped up in the waiting room here. Now, did he get the computer figured out already, or is he on the old one just so we can do the show and then he'll kind of get it set up later? Take some bets here.
Definitely the old one. I got a message. Freaking technology.
I was gonna say he's on his phone and gonna call to get him to somebody to help him hook up.
Somebody to walk him through it.
He's gonna hit up DP and ask him how to fix this.
Department.
He's on his phone or his old computer, but I think phone.
Yeah, maybe.
I would have been super impressed if he would have got his old one up and running that time. That's but that would have been pretty quick because I would have been like what, like not even half an hour, I think. Like that's like superhuman stuff.
Here's everybody. Friday night.
Old as dirt. How are you?
What's that?
And old as dirt. How are you?
It's been a crazy day, but an exciting day. Wow, what a lineup. Great to see you, BEEZ.
Good to be here.
It's great to be seen. Obscene. Yeah, it was crazy. It was hectic, but I really treated myself. You may or may not remember, I broke my bong a couple of weeks ago, and I thought, oh, fuck it. I'm just going to get one of those adapters and put it on the top. And then I'm looking at this thing going, no, that's a banger, man. So I broke down and I got a bong. So I got that to show off. And
that you weren't supposed to be able to break because you couldn't knock it over. That one.
Exactly. Exactly the one. Well, my living room floor is kind of like on a bit of an angle, and my office, my filing cabinet is on wheels, and I have my bong sitting on the filing cabinet, and I stood up and turned around. The whole filing cabinet started rolling and flipped over, and it was the end of the bong. But that's okay. That's okay. And I got a mail call. I'm excited to show that off too. So as soon as I get my bong situated, I'll be right back.
We'll be right here.
Don't go anywhere.
Doing dabs.
You caught me off guard with that. I didn't even have the dab frog lined up or anything. That's such poor showsmanship of me.
You give him the controls for one Friday or two, and that's what happens.
I know, it's fucking bullshit, right? Did you guys see Abolished? He tagged me up in a post on IG, and it was like 3 of those dab frogs that BEEZ have where you play them, and I was like, that's fucking amazing. No, nobody.
I did not catch that. I heard you say it, but did it post up on Caribou Heart TV or?
I think he just tagged me up in it, so it would have been on one of his IG accounts.
Okay, yeah.
Tagged me on it.
I'm not on IG. I know I'm a loser, but it's all good. I've accepted my fate. I'm not playing on IG.
That's okay. We'll accept for you for who you are anyways, Prophet, despite all your many idiosyncrasies.
But I got you on film saying that, so I can hold the court.
Many.
So what's everybody smoking on? Myself, what I got going on, I want to go and brag this shit up because it's so awesome. Shout out to Green Goddess there. I could mail call from her. Oh, God, which way do I got to go there? And it's Diamonds and Sauce, Skittles. And I've been smoking on this since I got off work, and it's like, wow, the flavor. This is, as I was telling her just before showtime, like the quality of the dabs. I go to the dispensary where I get, and I'll pay say $50 for a gram of rosin just for the sake of it being rosin, and you're buying it just because it's dabs. It doesn't really taste all that good, kind of burnt and blah, whatever, right? Or you'll have shatter. That's, well, it's fucking shatter, right? It is what it is, not overly flavorful. But to find something that's actually really high quality is like around this area is fucking rare. So when if I open that mail call from her and I find a couple packs of these in there, and you're just like, wow, I've been tearing into them and absolutely loving them. So I would, so this is by Sid Vicious, right? That's the concentrate maker that you have. And this is at the Medicine Wheel dispensary over in Ontario there. You guys do have a website there. People could look this stuff up if they want. I can vouch for this stuff. Head and Shoulders better than anything I can find in my area, guys. And even when you travel outwards, you got to go a ways to find this. So it's
good.
Thank you.
But
now that I've babbled on like a moron for what was that, like fucking 10 minutes talking about how great these dabs are. Who's next? What are you smoking on? Tara.
I am smoking on some forbidden fruit. I got a 510 cart. It's really, really tasty. Loving it. Thank you very much.
All right. And on the other side of me, we got Green Goddess. What are you smoking on there?
Shit, I was on mute. Sorry. I'm just trying to say hi to everybody. Right now, absolutely fuck all. So let's change that. I'm gonna smoke some grapefruit, I think.
I like the sound of that.
Yeah, it's really nice.
I'm smoking Mac.
You got the Mac?
Yeah, buddy.
Ooh.
Yesterday was my birthday, so I had to go to the dispensary. And...
Shit. Happy birthday, BEEZ.
Hey, thanks.
It's someone, I think it was maybe Johnny I was talking to, mentioned that. Because I remember you're talking about how you turned 33 on your last year birthday, and it's kind of It just your mannerisms and the way you word stuff. It always strikes me funny in the way you word stuff, and I just certain shit sticks in your head. So. But being how I'm terrible with birthdays and didn't even call my sister's birthday was yesterday, and I didn't call her until this morning. So
happy birthday!
Yeah, happy birthday, Alyssa and BEEZ.
Fun fact: this was like the week I started watching the show. Was the week of my birthday last year.
Cool.
Yep.
A whole year of boofing, eh?
Yeah.
Amazing.
And you know you started that, right?
Yeah.
100% that was.
Truth comes out.
Well, because that's the thing is like people often like think that they hear the Michigan Bros Grow Show talking about butt chugging and they're talking about bottom feeding plants. People hear us talk about boofing and they think we're also talking about bottom feeding plants. You know, we're talking about bottom feeding yourself with drugs, like straight up the ass. And by we, I mean BEEZ and pretty much specifically BEEZ. I like to live vicariously through other people, so I don't have to do stupid and sometimes harmful shit myself.
What was that video I saw that you were going to put on the Patreon, though, Caribou?
Wait a minute.
That video?
Well,
you don't have the balls to do that.
I need somebody to go rewind that whole statement. What in the fuck did you say?
What do you want to know about? Not microdosing up your ass, Paula. Everything will get way better.
Just you gotta think. Some things have a time delay.
I only thought about it seriously maybe twice. Maybe.
No, we
Oh my God, I thought it was only
but
one.
I never bit the bullet. I never pinched the loaf, if you will.
The fact that you've thought about it more than once, it tells me that you'll think about it again, and eventually this is going to happen. You're like, well, we talk about it enough.
Noof knows what I'm talking about. Yeah.
I mean, do we just need to make you a suppositories, or are we just like full on putting the plant there? What's the difference?
You parachute that.
Taking your top cola. Just spit on it and go.
Wait, I will not confirm nor deny. What did you say went up my ass?
That was Gandalf talking, by the way, not DP.
Oh, then he's probably right.
Martin gets on screens like, I ain't even getting in on this conversation. Fuck that. I'm just gonna hang back. How you doing, bro?
I'm doing good, man. I'm just weighing up some RSO, getting looks like 0.6 grams.
Nice.
For today.
I had a good conversation with somebody going through chemo and stuff like that today about benefits of RSO and how it might be able to benefit her and stuff.
100%, man.
That was cool.
I'm smoking tonight. I'm starting off with some flower. I grew it, but Brandon Rust bred it, and it's Limelights. So it's his Limerilla that he crossed to Mac V2. It's good shit. I like it so far. I got a whole pack to hunt through. This is just the first pheno. Everybody's so talking.
Awesome. I know. I was trying to get off mute.
Trying to do it, Dad, man. I'm sorry.
I was just smoking on some apple fritter from Mr. 12 and 12 out there on IG. He's gonna be a guest on this show. I saw that BEEZ got him on there. Pretty excited about that. Guy's kind
coming
of
right up.
Me. Super rad dude. So
if I had, I do. I'll tell you.
Grow some good medicine, and he's hooked me up with a bunch of dope strains as well. So.
Yeah, he's a super cool guy, actually. He jumped on one of my lives, and I had never even talked to him before. And Uncle Rick was there, too. He was awesome. Yeah, he's super down to earth.
Yeah, he just hit me up out of nowhere. He's like, hey, man, I live by the city. I see what you're about. I dig your vibe. You know what I mean? Like, what's up? I've got some good genetics. This is what I'm doing. Like, let's get together and make this shit happen.
Cool.
He's going to be on the show on the 1st of February.
Is it the 1st?
It is the 1st. Next week, on the 25th, is I hate to. Is it Kazu? Is that how you say it?
Kazoo?
Yes. Kazu. Yep.
Yep. He's gonna be on.
It's short for Kalamazoo. That's where he lives.
That's what I figured. But anyway, super duper.
Yeah, he's awesome. His feed is fun to follow on Instagram just because he's fucking hilarious. He's got a couple of them too. He's got Kazoo Kush. He's got the Kazoo Finds, I think is his other one, where he goes thrift shopping. Pretty good.
Kind of
I
shopping?
love that one. He comes up with so many good songs and just dances and reels and shit, and just some of the best vintage clothing you've seen.
He'll be vacuuming his basement and all this vintage clothing and fucking cowboy
Busting
hat
through
and cowboy
drywall.
boots, and then he's vacuuming his cement floor with this old ass vacuum cleaner.
Fucking great. I like those jackets and stuff he makes too. That's kind of cool.
He really is talented, man. The Billy String stuff that he's been doing has been pretty badass. I gotta say, it looks fucking dope.
Been a slow day here.
Can I take a moment to just say something real quick?
Nope. You can take
I'd
three.
really
Three.
Okay.
You had your chance. Sorry.
All right. Okay. I really, 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 really want to thank the Caribou crew very much. I got my mail in today for being one of the tester tier on you guys' Patreon. I got my mail in, and I'm really, really stoked. Thank you very, very much. I wanted to thank you all for that. Very much.
Cool.
You're so welcome.
Us Americans can only take so much credit.
Yeah, exactly. I don't even know what's in it.
Do all the work, but you know what? You are welcome.
On behalf of everybody that didn't do anything for it, you're welcome.
If Caribou was at the screen, he would definitely say it. So we'll fill in for him.
Who are we calling out to come on the panel tonight? Who's getting called out in chat?
Paula. Oh wait, she's already on the panel. Fuck.
We drag people. We could do that.
I want her.
You lose half an eyebrow for that one.
Let's drag Noof out here. He likes to talk with the run his mouth.
Kazu's in chat right now. Get his ass up here.
We can't know.
Does he not want to bust his load before he makes his premiere?
Oh man, I think he's got enough load saved up that he can bust some now and later.
I feel like he could bust so many loads and just keep on going.
I like four.
I mean, why not? Why would you save that shit up?
If you don't use it, you lose it.
Right.
Come on.
You're absolutely right.
Exactly.
Caribou totally just freaked me out when he walked in the room because it looked like it was in my screen, and I was like, "What the fuck is that?" Jesus.
You haven't smoked anything yet.
I
had to bolt like a bat out of hell there. Shout out to Meatloaf. And because I'm sitting, like, I knew my girlfriend's about to walk in the door like any second, but I got the door locked downstairs to save her the bang, bang, thump, thump on the doorbell and all that shit going on, and me walking down there and unlocking it anyways. So I fucking run down there. Now I'm like all out of breath, stuff like that. And then you get like one of those really, like when you get those really great kid hugs where it's just like extra solid and they latch onto you for that extra couple seconds there. Got one of those on the way out. So I was like, yeah, okay, this can delay my return to the show. So shout out to kids and how awesome they are. I'll dab to that one totally. So this is some of that Skittles Diamonds and Sauce that I was talking about from Green Goddess. Thank you.
Yeah, my boy here, I'm not sure if any of you guys have seen or, oh, there we go.
Talk loud. Talk loud.
Speak up.
Oh, keep going? Sorry.
Yeah,
Anyways,
don't be afraid of the frog.
Don't be afraid of the frog.
It's visual now.
13-year-old boy with Down syndrome. He's a hell of a kid, but he's about the size of an oak tree. So when you say you like those extra latch-on hugs, be careful what you ask for.
Oh, he can squeeze the wind right out of me.
He damn near picked me up the other day. I'm 190 pounds. So
yep, my granddaughter too. She's got the power of 10 men, man. It's like, what the fuck? Who the hell are you right now?
And they don't know they have that power.
No, they don't know, because all my daughter's pictures, she takes like 20 in a row, right? Because she's hanging out with her kids, right? So all of a sudden she's strangled and she's got her fucking hair in, and my daughter's like, I love you. Yes, I know you're strangling me. She's so good with her, I swear to God, because I'd be like, oh my God, kids, stop strangling me to death. I'd at least have a look, but my daughter's like, no, it's love. No matter how much I'm being strangled, I'm good.
yeah, the boy is it's kind of like a pillowcase full of bricks.
Yeah.
Built out of wood.
Oh yeah, she's solid. I get it.
Oh man.
So live chat. Top chat.
Oh yeah.
We're 20 minutes in. I thought I'd help.
It's like news coming in later.
Maybe.
That's what he said.
So if I want to see chat, I guess I'm going to have to open YouTube. Is that how it works?
You are.
Okay.
Yes, Rick. You've gotten spoiled with StreamYard.
Yeah, I don't have another monitor, so I really.
Pick up the echo.
So Rick, what you do is you just minimize your windows into half screens. That's what I do.
You don't need a big.
Oh.
So I got Zoom in a window on the left hand side of my screen, and I've got YouTube chat on the right hand side of my screen, in like half windows. I also have an extra monitor if I wanted to like search shit online while I'm on the show.
FTP,
where do you have Zoom?
Every question you got.
On the that's what he's saying. He's saying he has Zoom in a window on the left side, the right side of his screen, or whatever he said, and then YouTube chat, right?
On the opposite side.
Go here, and then you have.
I just split my screen in half. I got two windows, and I've got one window on the left, one window on the right. One's got Zoom, one's got YouTube popped out chat.
Okay, I understand. Oh, okay, yeah. So I can still see everybody.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Debatable, but yeah.
Pay attention because I'm still trying to figure that one out.
I still haven't got it open, but I got to tell you, I'm so excited about.
Rafusa, I recognize that package. I recognize it.
Yeah,
Rafusa got it to you, huh?
Yes, sir. And thank you so much. But I'm opening the second envelope. Drum roll, please, because I'm guessing. Oh yeah, so we got seeds going on here.
Of course, something. He's like, oh shit.
Oh
my Uncle Rick, you're gonna want to open those and check the actual seed packs because a lot of people have been reporting them being crushed. So keep an eye on there. And
yeah, good sports mine were flat.
Okay.
Let's see it.
Is that right?
See it live right now. Let's see what's in
That's okay.
Yeah, I got lucky. One of mine was busted out of the pack and almost came out of the envelope. The envelope was torn. The seed vial was sticking outside of the envelope. And luckily it stayed in there and I was able to get it and all 3 packs. So I was super excited. Cheers.
Yeah, I got I think 3 packs as well. And I think one was crushed, but the other 2 are good. And even in the crushed one, there's like 1 or 2 viable seeds at least. So I'll still be good.
I got 1 crushed for sure. But these ones look like they might be okay. And okay, I'm gonna have to start. Okay, I get it. There's he sent 4 seeds, but the vial was open and one is crushed. So we'll give it a shot.
I'll bet they did the pendulum trick.
And they were 4 in there.
They were like, fuck this seed.
I'm thinking I can't, my vision isn't that good, but it looks like I've got 3 seeds in here and then one is broken in pieces on my desk here.
75% right, huh? That's just your pack.
Anyway, thank you so much, Rasufa. And
get out your pendulum.
But wait, there's more. There's more. We've got another pack here. And this, I believe, is
that your credit card number on that package I just saw?
Hell yeah, it was. Rewind.
Oh, he sent me oh my goodness, a Bruce Banner cross with a blueberry F1.
Yeah.
Goddess, you and I were talking about that exact strain the other day.
Blueberry?
And
Bruce Banner.
well, cross with the Bruce Banner.
Nice. I think he sent me that one as well.
Exact one. Yeah.
I've
Yeah,
heard a
that's
lot about the Bruce Banner, but I mean, I like blueberry.
Okay, and then I've also got, well, I don't know. I mean, I'm going to find out which one. This is a lemon Vuitton crossed with Pina hash plant.
I believe that one came from Soulshine Garden or Soulshine, I believe.
Uh-huh. And there's more. God, I feel like a kid at Christmas.
I know. I was just gonna call you that. I'm like, you look like a kid at Christmas. Open the damn package, man.
It's too confusing, man. Okay, this is pineapple upside down cake crossed with Jack Frost F1. Hey, you know what?
That's the one that I think I'll probably pop first. I love pineapple shit.
Ah,
yeah. I got that one too, and I was excited about it. Yeah.
You know what? Maybe that wasn't a cracked seed. Maybe it was just a cracker crumb or something sitting on my table, because if I do the math, he sent me three of these. I thought there was maybe 4, but no, there's 3. Oh, whoa. Holy shit.
I was gonna say those are double packs. They're 2 different things. One on one side, one on the other.
Oh yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, no, there's more vials inside here.
But there's more.
Okay. So now it's all makes sense. Yes. Okay. They're all separate. I just got to figure out how to open them.
Oh, maybe they're clap open.
Try it.
Wait a minute. That one looks beautiful. Absolutely spectacular.
How many are in it? That's what we need to know.
I'll bet you there's 4. Okay, maybe I did lose one.
Taste it. Put that crumb in your mouth and chew it up. Tell me what it is. We need all the senses for fucking.
All right now. Oh, by the way, I just wanted since nobody asked, what are you smoking on? I just got myself a new bong, spoiled myself rotten, and what I'm smoking on is
a bong. You just showed us.
Yeah.
I like that style. I love the beaker bong. That's my favorite. I love the beaker bong.
For sure. But so Caribou gave me a chunk of Orangegasm quite some time ago, and the first hit I just love so much. I said, no, the only way I'm smoking this is in a bong, and so I've saved it for tonight. So I still got a nice big chunky, and I'm going to savor Orangegasm all night long.
You know, it's funny with that strain. I was really eager to grow it, and I've got 2 different phenos. One not so orangey, and one definitely orangey, and has a bit of that when you bite into the orange rind taste to it. And the taste is, it's not super overpowering, but it's a little bit off-putting at the same time. And it wasn't overly huge on that. But the other day I smoked 2 of those back to back. And it gave me just that absolute, yes, this is medicine feeling, where just, you know, despite that, like the flavors they weren't my favorite first choice. It's the kind of thing that you'd like to have in a jar, kind of kicking around, and maybe not a deep smoke, but the effects were there. That's something I do absolutely want to be feeling on the daily basis. So I thought that was really cool. So I was thinking about maybe letting that one go, but I might keep it around and work it a little bit more and just see.
So that vial looks like it's pretty much in place as well. Yeah, and you were talking with Johnny about the the Lemon Jeffrey, how well that's going, and of course that's what I'm running on my next run is going to be Lemon Jeffrey and Orange Gasm. So yeah, really excited.
Yeah, that Lemon Jeffrey, it's the biggest thing in my tent by far.
Sounds like a fruit orgy.
It's
oh fuck,
it's gonna be a good one.
Well, I mixed up my seeds. Why would I do that?
Oh fuck! It happened.
Oh,
it
God.
happened. Somebody.
Well, it didn't happen to me.
Who was it?
I didn't mix mine up.
South Nelson Farms. He called it.
Okay, I gotta focus on chat here. I forgot I was trying to get over to you.
Uncle Rick, to take your
You're missing
attention
some
off-
good stuff in chat, Uncle Rick, for sure.
Seeds that you just mixed up.
How's your new computer working?
Oh, you had to ask, didn't you, buddy? I was trying to set it up before the show, and now it's passwords and got to connect to Wi-Fi, and it's scary. But I'm just gonna call my guru tomorrow and say, hey, buddy, you didn't finish the job, so we're back on the old computer tonight. YouTube. I gotta open YouTube. And I don't want to have any feedback.
So were there any other seeds that you got, or were you just gonna mix them up?
Well, what happened was I took 2 vials out of the package at the same time.
Which vial is which?
Yeah. Now, my Bruce Banner Blueberry Cross is, excuse me, I got to find chat here. This isn't working.
Okay,
Oh,
we're gonna let Uncle Rick focus on opening YouTube.
Yeah, sorry about that.
What's everybody else smoking on? Johnny, did you say what you were smoking on?
I just got done. I had some taste testers from Shane's Holy Shots this morning and that Mean Girls. So I just got both of them were so good this morning and had me so medicated and a nice body buzz. What I had left, I just got done smoking. I threw it all together and just smoked it, and I'm comfortably numb, and then I'm smoking on some lemon crumble.
Nice. Sounds delicious.
Sure
Say
does.
cheers, Thunderdad.
Oh, not there.
What do you do for
Gorilla breath.
smoke a big joint of Gorilla Breath over here?
So Uncle Rick, all you got to do is open up YouTube.
And
pop out chat, and then close the YouTube window, and just drag the popped out chat next to Zoom, and you should be good, bro.
And when you say it, it just sounds so simple.
Okay, well, tell me where you're at, and I'll help you.
Okay. I'm in YouTube, and now I'm gonna go to my subscriptions.
You're not on YouTube. What are you talking about?
Okay, Uncle Rick, if you in Zoom, where in the top left corner where it says live, and then it says on YouTube, if you click on where it says on YouTube. It'll give you an option that says view the stream on YouTube. If you click on that, it'll just take you right to the stream.
Oh, cool.
It'll open up in another window, and then you can pull it off from there. But it's gonna have audio, so you're gonna have to mute yourself.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. And now I'm gonna pop out chat.
Right. And then you can close, after you pop out chat, you can close that YouTube window completely down so it doesn't take up a bunch of bandwidth.
Perfect. Okay. Thank you very much. I've got it.
Man.
Hey, welcome, chat. Welcome.
Hold on. I'm figuring it out.
We did it. Yeah, we did it. We did it.
I'm damn proud of y'all.
I'm actually lost. Fuck.
I'm the most proud of Uncle Rick.
Well, you have no right to be.
three cheers. Okay,
there he is.
Actually, I feel a little unfair here. I still haven't figured it out. I got it up, but I can't split the screen.
That's what.
Well, here, let me help you. Let me help you.
Let me see. If you go to the top, if your window, you don't have that little minimize button or the middle button to, I don't know what that's called. Maximize, minimize, whatever.
I minimize you guys. Let me maximize you guys.
Just like go to the edge of the window and drag it yourself. Like resize it. Just by hand resize it.
I got you. All right. Minimize.
Thanks for the IT lesson, Spartan.
Hey, no problem. Hey, it's frustrating. I've had to go through this myself. So when I figured it out, I like to share it with everybody to make it easy for everybody.
Well, not let me see.
Welcome, Captain 420.
Aldi.
Hurtin' Albertan. Hey, Hurtin' Albertan, something you said a long time ago, and so for a stoner, I'm sure you can't remember, but I was using a brand of nematodes that I got from Amazon. I could grab the box, but you said that you like to use nematodes, but not that particular brand. So I was just curious what brand you like to use. I'm going to go grab the nematode box.
I just burnt my mouth with a pot pie. It was so good though. Oh, it was so tasty, but I really did just burn.
What kind of pot pie?
Really hot.
Dude, they're always napalm. Always.
So hot.
What kind was it?
Chicken. Nope.
Chicken
Turkey.
pot pie. Turkey pot pie? Dude, those are like my 3 favorite things.
Oh, did Turkey Hurtin already put?
Yeah, no doubt.
These are pot poppers. All I can say is they worked. I mean, it was a combination of a bunch of things, but they seem to work. So
it's a popper.
The pot poppers, yeah.
Poppers. Is that what they're doing?
I don't know. They're nematodes. What are they supposed to do? Oh, well, that's very sad that I mixed those seeds up, man. I'm just gonna. Yeah, well, what can I do?
You just did magic on screen.
It doesn't matter. So what I would do, Uncle Rick, is put them all in a sandwich bag right on the outside of the sandwich bag with a marker. Just write Rafusa, like at Rafusa on Instagram. When you grow them out, just get a hold of him and say, look, this plant is smelling like this. Send him some pictures. He'll be able to identify what they are.
Cool. Okay, thank you. I'll do that. This is, yeah, okay. The Bruce Banner Blueberry Cross, I'm confident I got the right one there, but yeah, these other ones, no. And I did, I lost the seed. It's definitely a cracked seed.
Uncle Rick, the things you're saying today, man. You're being the butt of all the jokes. I don't think you know it. You're over there losing seed.
Okay, so I got a question. Maybe Spartan, you might be the guy that can answer this best, or any of you guys. I don't know. I'm an organic grower, so I'm about to pop, I don't know, 10 to 20 seeds and do small little hunt and seed run. I need to figure out what I'm going to do because the organic's not going to work in the size that I have. I just don't have the size to run the pot size I need. What is the simplest available in Canada? So maybe not you guys in the States. I just need something to run for like maybe 2 cycles. I don't want to get a whole nutrient line. So I'm going to go back to organic for my flower. But I want to do a seed run based on salt nutrients so I can run in like probably 2 to 3 gallon pots as opposed to my 7s.
Why don't you wait till outdoors ready and run that seed run outside? Because if you start running synthetics, you're selecting for something that performs well with synthetic feed when you pheno select. What you want to do is you want to run when you're pheno hunting, you want to run the same way you're going to run that plant for production, because if it looks good the way you grew it in with, say, whatever synthetic nutrient you choose, doesn't mean that when you throw it in organics it's going to grow exactly the same. It might not express the things that you like the best about it. I would really suggest that if you're going to be picking strains that you want to, as a keeper, that you're going to run in production, and you for sure are going to run those organic, I would run your pheno hunt organic too. And if you,
let me
let
me interrupt you before you go too far. I'm just F2ing some Irie genetics. So I'm not hunting, like I'm going to be hunting within the seeds I pop, but I'm not hunting anything. It's Jeff's work. So I'm just looking to do more inside my tent. So I just need something.
Well, I mean, I would just walk into your nearest grocery store and see what their options are and take a look, because it's hard to answer that question unless I know, especially when you're in Canada, I'm not. And not everything's available back and forth.
Yeah.
But
so I realized halfway through the questions, I'm like, yeah, actually in the States this might not work out.
But I mean, any of them that are well known and are on the shelves, they're gonna fucking work if you just get the base 3-part or whatever it is that they offer. You know what I mean? They're gonna work enough for you.
Free fertilizer. What's this Fox Farm Trio? Is that any good? Anybody?
Yeah, it's a classic one, and I believe it's organic or organically derived. It's not even a synthetic.
Okay,
that's an option you could use. It's basically okay. So you know how when everything's broken down organically at that last step, it's plant available, just like the synthetic feed is already plant available and broken down. So at that level, they're pretty much close to the same thing. So what they've done in the Fox Farm is they've just gotten it to that level. They've gotten it to where it's already available, and then they fucking put it in a bottle, and so you can spoon feed it like a hydroponic nutrient.
It's like it's organic, but it's chelated or whatever. So
Yeah, which means plant available. Chelated is just it's hooked, it's clawed.
Bionically available to the plant. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, that's cool. Because I've just always been organic. Because I did one bottle run when I first set my tents up. And it was a kind of a failure. It was like 7 or 8 bottles. Green Planet, I think it was.
Green Planet Nutrients, yeah, I know them.
Yeah, a lot of people said they were good. It didn't work for me. I think I would be all right if I had a smaller bottle system, like a 2 to 3 bottle thing, not a 7 or 8 one.
And it's going to be an easier transition for you as far as, well, you probably don't check. Do you check your pH on your organic grows? Okay, well that doesn't apply, I guess. I was going to say it's going to be the same pH for you. I was gonna say it's gonna be the same pH because you'll still be organic. You won't be changing pH even.
I have enough stuff to I have a pH pen that I consistently calibrate and keep wet every month.
Okay, so you can check it if you need to. Nice.
Yeah. And I've also got some water only soils that I haven't ran yet, so I don't know. I'm kind of scared to do it on expensive stock as opposed to like tester seeds. I just don't want to run this water only soil and just have it not work.
Yeah.
Or I know that I'll check out that Fox Farm Trio, I think.
What?
And the Fox Farm also has pre-charged soils too. They kind of work with it, I think. Was it Ocean Forest and there's another Happy Frog. So but know that those are charged and have nutrient in them. So if you use that fresh, it's not going to need nutrient for a while.
What's the soil that you have sitting there right now? The water only. What kind is it?
I have Kryptonite, Gaia Green, and Superior Growing Solutions.
Okay, so you've seen my plants. I'm using Gaia Green, and I haven't added a single thing to it. The only thing I've done is topped it up with the soil every 2-3 weeks.
Okay, you just add more of that Gaia Green soil on top.
Yeah, I just add it on top before I water, and that's all I've done.
And what size pots are you using?
Those are 5 gallon.
Okay. I'm just not sure if I got my 4x8 tent that I'm going to be using. I'm going to be using a 6x4 footprint in there. So I don't know how many. I want to be able to get, I think 9. I don't know if I'll be able to get 9 5 gallons in there. I kind of want to use 3, something around 3 gallons.
Yeah.
Oh, you 100%. I've put 9. I put 9 7 gallons in a 4x4
Holy shit.
Yeah,
I got 8 5 gallons in a 2x4.
Dude, that's my easiest way for plant training is don't plant train. You just slam them in there tight, and then it fills the canopy.
And you got room for a beer fridge in there too.
There you go.
Yeah, I've run the Gaia Green dry amendments in the Pro Mix and cooked it a little bit before, so it basically is like the Gaia Green soil because it's the same. I'm sure it's the same product in there, but I just found it was too much work to try to keep up to it in like a 3-gallon. So
Right.
5-gallon probably not so bad. 7-gallon even easier. So
yeah, this has been so easy, man. Like I'm gonna use this next time again too.
Okay, maybe I'll do 5 gallons and I can just use my Gaia Green stuff. Yeah, that's what I'll do.
BEEZ, we've missed that sound.
Don't see the color. Taste it.
Thank you, Sam.
I don't think I can hurt him. Maybe mine.
So
can I ask a
tech
tech
going
question?
any further here? I want to say hello to Mr. 12 and 12 we got popping up here. Sorry to cut you off there. I just we've been going on for a while without saying hello. And also, where did she go? Did she bolt on us? It looks like she might be goes. Oh, here she is coming back in the waiting room. Anyways, Mr. 12 and 12, how you doing, brother? You're on mute.
Hey, how's it going? I saw you guys were taking questions, and I have a question, a tech question. So I just figured maybe I could jump on really quick and ask my question, and maybe someone could help me answer it because it's keeping me up at night. It's bothering me.
When it comes to tech, just go right ahead, Mr. 12 and 12.
All right, so I'm dealing. It's the fucking mini split, throwing the P8 code, right? So I've talked with Pioneer. They actually sent me out a new outdoor thermostat. And so when I go out to it and rub it, it'll kickstart my compressor and it'll run. But I believe my room gets too far out of balance somehow. I'm not sure if there's any way I can like maybe mitigate my humidity extra or turn my HPS lights on maybe like 3 hours late or something, but every other night. Now I'm only getting to like 17 degrees. My mini split is supposed to be rated to 5 degrees and it's P8ing at 17. I called them again because I heard that there's a thing called a low ambient heat control that I can add that will heat up my liquid line. From what I understand, my liquid line is getting too cold and it's not wanting to convert. I don't understand really the theory behind the cold and hot, but I just want to know if anybody knows a trick or a shortcut. What I'm doing is taking hand warmers, shaking them to get them hot, and that's good for about 2 or 3 hours. 4 in the morning, I got to go out there because I'm getting alarms on my TrolMaster that it's 90 degrees in my room. So it's like, it's frustrating, and it's the second year in a row. I think I might just throw the mini split in the garbage and buy a Train or one that has a low ambient heat control built in.
Or add a heat, like use the mini split just for the AC. No, you can't because of the damn heat. Yeah, could have just use a. How cold does it get where you're at?
I'm in the Midwest.
Okay, I'm in Michigan.
I know.
What temperature? How cold is it getting overnight now?
It's 17. That's the thing. It's only 17 degrees. It's supposed to be rated to 5. Now, some of the ones that the good ones I'm looking at, they're rated to -20. I just got to get the low ambient. They won't give. So Pioneer says that I can't put a third party low ambient heat control onto mine. I got to buy one of their more expensive units that has the thing built in. So I guess that's what I got to do. But for right now, I can't rip the thing out in the middle of my flower. You know, so for now, I guess I'm just gonna
get Thunder Dan in here. I think he's an HVAC guy. He might. I don't have an answer for you.
So what I do is I suck out the heat, but then I lose CO2. So which one is better? To not have a room that has above, because I know that I'm pushing above 1,000 ppfd at my canopy, so I need to have the CO2 in there.
How much CO2 do you have in there?
To have the lower than 1,000 CO2 or not run my HPS lights.
How hot is it getting?
It'll spike at 90.
With that much CO2, you might be all right with that. You're gonna lose terps though.
I'm okay with the little terps as long as I can still manage yield.
and it's only 3 HPS. The whole room is LED, and I have 3 HPS in the very high peak of the room in an attempt to get a little bit of overcast mixed spectrum across my room.
Oh, then I would just,
Shut them off?
I would shut off the HPS, maybe one of them. Shut off one HPS and see how that helps. Okay. If it doesn't work, then go 2. You know what I mean? Just do it like
so here's
that.
another option is I can vent the HPS as well. Do you think if I vent the lights, then the mini split won't work as hard to outbalance the extreme deficits?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so I'll vent then. Thank you.
Yeah. You're welcome.
Yeah. Turn the light off or 2 as well.
Yeah, that's what we were saying with the HPS. Just turn one of them off.
Welcome.
Because they're going to be adding a lot of heat the whole time.
Yeah, it's not the optimal
take the light out of the room and have it shine on your fucking line outside.
There you go.
Keep it warm.
I want to show you guys something.
Jump off?
He did. He doesn't like
Well, jumped off.
I know like space heaters and stuff aren't really like ideal, but these little ones here, it's like a heat bud or something. It's only a couple 100 watts. It's got a 170 and a 250 watt setting, and it's cool touch. So like you can pick it up right after it's been on, just like this.
Oh,
it's hot, but it's not
nice.
fucking burning, right?
It's infrared, is it?
No, or maybe, I don't know. Come in the box.
Well, how can you hold it if it's heating? How can you hold it?
It might have a
if it's on, it's going to burn you. But if you turn it off, you can pick it up right away.
Oh, okay.
It's probably got a really good heat sink on it. Basically, it just draws the heat away fast.
Yeah.
But anyways, I have one hooked up to an Inkbird in my tent. It's sitting away from everything, obviously, and it only comes on every once in a while when the Inkbird tells it to. But my tent now stays between 74 and 78 consistently.
Nice.
With this, it's got the tip over thing too, right? So it's. I found it pretty safe. Like once I turned it off, picked it up just like this. I was like, that's pretty nifty. So it's probably not the most ideal thing, but for us, some people, we can't afford the most ideal thing sometimes.
Well, it sounds ideal to me.
20-some bucks Canadian Tire.
Got 2 of those.
What are you losing? That's
I like it, man. I might actually look for one of those for my dry room.
Yeah, because the 170 and 250 watt is a lot better than the ones that are, I think, like 500 minimum, 5 to 1500 watts.
Yeah.
I was using it today, and I actually did pick it up, and it's totally cold to touch, like the whole thing. And it's the second you even slightly jiggle it whatsoever, it turns right off.
Just cuts off. Yeah.
That's a great
similar one sitting on the floor next to me, keeping me warm right now.
Yeah, I had it under this desk all morning. So whatever that company is there.
Honeywell, yeah.
Our power went out last night, so I was using it this morning to warm up.
Heat bud.
Yeah. So it's a 170 and 250. Can you dial that as well, or those are just simply the two settings?
Switch on top, and the only thing you got to worry about is that red light there.
Yeah.
But if you're a half decent electrician, you can fix it permanently, or you could, I'm sure, just nail polish over it or something. Or electrical tape, but the electrical tape will melt with the heat. Nail polish or paint. Right? Well, it is kind of cool to touch, but you never know, man. Don't risk it. Anyways, my little tip.
Cool.
For that, and it's anything like that, it helps. Like you said, you can't. Sometimes it's just you got to make shit happen to keep the heat right just in your tent, and that's I like that idea. I was just kind of reading in the chat there, and I realized I was in the top chat, and I was like, son of a bitch. Now it's Friday night, so we don't even got Fluffykins here to do his top chat live chat spiel that he would normally do here.
I tried to do it instead, but that was when you were gone.
But what we do have here is a video that's awesome.
That is so cool.
I love it.
I had no idea that those were even being made until like me and Fluff were doing like a Zoom practice because he's got the keys to everything now. If I can't do shows and stuff like that, just to make sure the show goes on, he's there, right? And then he mentioned something about those video, and I was like, huh? And he's like, well, what, you didn't know about that? I was like, oh, dude, what the fuck are you talking about? And he played another one first. And it didn't have any sound, but really cool graphics. I'm just like, whoa, where the fuck did this come from? He's like, oh yeah, I had Colton working on this. And then a few minutes later, he plays that one, and it's like, you know, I like my metal, so I'm just like, you know, going along, and then the guy starts screaming. I'm just like, holy fuck, like it's Hey, so a shout out to Colton Bridge for putting the time in on those. And Fluff for even thinking about asking about something like that. So that's just that's fucking cool, is it not?
Absolutely.
How many of the older folks that are watching it at home were just like, oh my fucking god, turn their hearing down and shit? Oh, that was cool. I really appreciate the fact that somebody thinks enough of us to be able to be willing to put that time and effort in there. That same with Buds is Smoking. I don't know if he necessarily wants me telling you guys how much time he put into that Gab Frog that he did for us, but I got a pretty good idea of what he put into it, and it's just like, wow, man, like it's not something that you just throw together. And even if it was something that was thrown together, it came from the heart. But that's just. It's just so cool. So cool stuff, guys. So thank you.
Here.
Then we got to say hi to Anything Grow. She's been sitting down there forever.
Ah.
Hey there.
You sneak in like that. Good to see ya.
That's what I was trying to do.
Keep a low profile.
Welcome to the room.
Thanks.
Yeah, good to see you. I've been following your Instagram, and your growth's just coming along very nicely. Thank you very much.
Thank you. My goodness.
And you've been doing some training on the plants, I noticed.
Yeah, and I think it's going really well. They spread out, and I cut them back quite a bit. I feel like I don't know what I was doing, but there was just so much growth, and it wasn't growing out. It was just kind of like bunching up on the stem itself. And I was like, you know what, forget it. I don't even want to manage that many buds if I keep them. So I kind of cut them all back a little bit more bare. And since then, like they look great. And I just used CalMag for the first time. So hoping for some good results with that.
Right on. What stage of growth are they in? How much?
They're still in veg, and I have 5 plants that are all of the Irie genetics. I have Storm Shadow, Pineapple Wine, and Sunkiss. They're about 8.5 or 9 weeks in veg. And then I have 2 of them that are around, I'd say 4 or 5 weeks now. And those 2 are from Crop King Seeds, and they're Bubba Kush.
Yeah. So you'll be flipping them soon?
I kind of was going to hold out until like 16 weeks just because they're so small. And I want to really try to get them to branch out a bit more. So I don't mind, waiting a little longer if my yield is going to be better.
Absolutely. Caribou, I'm sorry. I was thinking more about the Lemon Jeffrey, but or does anybody else know?
I can't wait. Lemon Jeffrey. I can't wait to give that one a shot.
Yeah, I'm excited.
I haven't grown it, but I've smoked it from a couple different people, and it's very lemony. It's
always good.
And it's very good. Yep.
I've never had it. Yeah.
I enjoyed it. It's like, when you grow a plant that it wasn't growing to its potential, let's just say, and you damn well know it. That was the case with the first one that we did. So when I look back and now, like, just lean back a little bit and I look over at the one that'll be, its next feeding will be the first time it gets flushed. So just finishing week 8, and it looks like it's got about another 2 weeks to go. So it's gonna be exciting.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Rasta Jeff is like the reason why I started growing, because I'd been partaking for quite some time. But I came across his podcast, and it only went back as far as starting at episode 500. So I can't say I'm like a true beginner, but I started all the way back as far as I could, and I've just been binging it mostly every day since, just learning and taking notes and following his guide. And I mean, there's gonna be a day, like one of my goals here is going to be to like be able to say to him personally, like, thank you for starting this, and your grow is like the one that taught me everything. So I'm excited to meet him someday.
and do that, because that's the best fucking feeling in the world. When
Oh
people
yeah,
come up and say that.
I can imagine.
It's the best. I mean, that's why we do this shit. That's why we try to get other people to help to grow, because you don't, for one, once you smoke this plant, it's like you want to share it with everybody. It's one of those things. It's not something you're trying to keep to yourself, or it's like you got to try this. This is, and then you get that same, or at least I got the same kind of feeling when I started to grow. It's like there's a whole nother healing aspect to just growing it. And so to pass that love and to see that in somebody else and watch that it grow in them, it's fucking awesome to like pass that baton and watch the wildfire go. It's just amazing.
That's what it feels like. It feels like a wildfire started, because now it's like the only thing I think about. It's the only thing I'm planning for. Like, I don't care if I'm running out of room down here. I'm going to figure out a way to get another tent in.
Know that feeling.
Yeah, it's so funny. It's just like you get a tent, you're like, okay, that's cool, and then you just quickly realize, like, all right, you're like putting, figures together in your head. You're like, all right, for the next one, I'm gonna need to do this.
Yeah, like I've got a whole thing of next times, just a list where I'm like, I will do this. Like, I know how to do this now. I'll do it properly. So I'm excited to see what the next grow brings. And I bought the Irie genetic seeds about 1.5 years ago, actually, because I fell in love with his podcast and like everything he was like preaching. And I was like, okay, I'll do it. I'll grow. So I bought them. And then the next episode I listened to, he was saying, okay, now you're going to want to get this book. And remember, do not start anything until you've read this book. So I decided to go ahead and then get this book and just hold on to the seeds. And I've read this thing probably 3 or 4 times now, just like trying to learn and take in as much as I can. And I read it through the first time before I even bought anything like my shed or any of the tools that I would need. So I felt really confident coming into growing. And I had like a ton of history. Like I've done indoor plants for plenty of years. And I've actually done like an outdoor garden with a few varieties of things. So I know how to like flip the soil and stuff. I was hoping that it would transfer like those skills, and this seems to be just a completely different playing field though. Like, talk about a picky plant.
Oh yeah, for sure. But it'll be like you'll take things from cannabis and you'll go the other way with it too, though, and you might help the other plants with just some of the practices you pick up with the cannabis, because it makes you pay a little bit more attention.
Right. I'm already thinking about like, can I cross any of these and make something new when it's like, it's just beans. I'm just thinking about beans or tomatoes.
It was blowing my mind when people were showing me you can clone a tomato plant. And I'm like, wait a minute, you can clone any plant. And then I'm out there just trying to clone everything and just being an idiot.
I was at Home Depot yesterday because I had to get a new space heater. I was using one of those like little rinky dinky ones that I finally upgraded. And so next on my list is going to be a humidifier to upgrade. But I was at Home Depot and they have that huge garden section, and I just go through and pinch off a few nodes here and there, and that's how I've been able to have most of my plants.
Nice.
I don't want to spend $9 for an aloe vera when I can just kind of thank you.
And you don't get all the bugs either.
No, exactly.
Genius.
That's awesome.
Cool.
Watch out, garden center. Here I come.
Right? Yeah, I totally never would have thought about
Honestly,
doing that.
If you're walking in a park, as long as it's not like a state park or something where you can be arrested, if you're walking down the street and you see a plant or a flower you like, all you have to do is pinch off a branch. Just get a note or two so you have a few chances. You can get any plant you want. All I do is walk around those really fancy like community living where they've got like the gated fences and stuff. I'll just if I'm on a walk and I pass one of those, they've got like 8 different species right there in that little welcome sign section.
Yeah.
They can spend $500 on that. I'm going to get a little workout and I'll just take a few pieces.
I fucking
Not
love
hurting
that.
anyone.
That is too fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I am totally doing that from now on. What are they
be
gonna say?
respectable about
This
it.
person
Like
stole a piece of my plant.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Keep me updated on your pineapple wine because I just picked up a 10-pack of regulars. The light's picking that up.
I'm gonna apologize in advance here. My second time assisting them, I took out their tags and didn't put them back. So all of the Iries, I have no idea what they are. I'm just hoping for the best here.
I have a few pots that are
You must have been watching Uncle Rick too.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, yeah, but I would imagine you could do the same thing. Is take a picture of them near the end and send them to Ross to Jeff,
Yes.
and he'll be able to help you. Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, I was wondering if he would be willing to do that. So
Well, yeah. Use my name.
use your name.
Oh,
I absolutely
yeah.
will.
He's
what is
really
this
good. He's really
If
good at
there is
answering
one
that.
thing I'm good at is name dropping.
I feel like an adolescent fucking teenager with a zit here. What's going on?
Well, I didn't notice it, Rick, until you just pointed it out.
Well, I sure did. Getting
It's
bigger.
bothering him.
Hey, listen, I didn't finish telling you all the rest of my mail call. So, Sticky Fingers 420, is it 420? No. Sticky Fingers 420. Yeah, so this is his, this is one of his stickers. Of course, I went the wrong way. Really nice sticker. And here's another one. Sticky Fingers. And then over here, we got Love Trees. But wait, there's more.
I like that. Love trees. That's cool.
Yeah. Love Trees. I also got another little package here. And so
There's some sticky fingers in there.
well, I tell you, I haven't opened it yet, but it's you can open real quick here because when he was on a couple of weeks ago, he made a generous offer to us Canadians. He showed us some incredible shatter. Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness!
Incredible, you say?
Well, he claimed it. He claimed it. So there's his name again.
I think it's actually hash rosin.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
We're getting a little more bougie. So you see,
Hash rosin.
Did you disrespect the rosin by calling it shatter?
Hash rosin?
Yeah. No. It's not shatter. He had a big sheet of something yellow.
Is batter and butter the same thing?
So they're just let me see, batter and butter. No, it's just consistencies, and it's the consistency of those things. So butter is more like a butter that's melted, not watery, but like right before it gets watery. And batter is more like that whipped frosting kind of texture. I prefer that, just the texture, because it's easier to fucking measure out a dab and it stays put. It doesn't like slop all over the fucking place.
Right on, brother.
I hate
What
that
am I gonna
super crumbly
experience?
sugar
What should I
stuff that
experience first?
Me too.
Out of all of the different types, what should I go for first?
rosin, solventless.
I like
low temps.
Yeah, I like rosin. That's my favorite thing to dab. My favorite way to get high with cannabis is RSO. And I love to smoke out of a bong. So those are my top three.
I've not tried RSO.
Oh, it's my pride. I just love fucking RSO.
Spartan makes some of the finest RSO and United Hemisphere.
I'm sure there's people doing it in labs way the fuck better than me, but I do what I can, man. I love that shit.
He makes great products. He really does. And he's
It's
very
just so super medicinal, and it's
Are you happy with the new lid there, Spartan?
Yes. I mean, it's not perfect, but it's way better than what I was dealing with.
They did get back to me, and they said, check your altitude, and which I know is correct.
Right.
And what was the other thing they said? Oh, make sure you hold the lid for 15 seconds. Well, I've been through all that shit. And then he said, and then he also said, I want a proof of purchase. So, bing, bang, boom. I'm confident I'll be getting a new lid.
And the lid that you have, was it the old style, like the one I had?
Yeah.
Or
yes.
I cannot believe they're still selling that. Okay, wow, that is frustrating.
Do you think they're still selling it, or have they put?
Didn't you just buy it? Didn't you buy it not that long ago?
It was delivered August the 20th.
Yeah, that was not even a year ago.
Yeah.
That new lid has been redesigned before that.
Oh, for God's sakes.
Yeah, they better give you a new one.
Yeah.
Give you one. They better not charge you like they did me. I was out of the warranty.
Yeah. Well, I'm just gonna send back the proof of purchase, and yeah, I did that already. So
cool. Well, hopefully they get back with you and you get a new lid. It's
sure.
not very difficult. You just cut the old one off, and you just cut the hose of the old one and put that one in.
Yeah.
There's another frustrating thing. They didn't even give me a hose clamp. I'm like, really?
Yeah.
You want me to just put this on? Now I have to go to the hardware store, size a hose clamp because you couldn't include one. It's just some annoying stuff.
Yeah.
Especially when you pay over $1,000 for their unit. I mean, it's not chump change. That's a lot of money.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah,
I'm outraged now. A second ago, I wasn't. Now we're
talking. Yeah. All right. Mission accomplished.
It better be.
Can I jump in here real quick? I got a question for G-Bay. I heard you say earlier you were smoking on that Gorilla Breath.
Yeah.
How is that? I've heard about it a few. It's came up in the last few days, and I've been looking at it. I want to know if you think it's worth growing or not.
It's one of my favorites, which is why it's empty and I'm down to the last couple of buds.
Yeah, I've been hearing a lot about it in the last week or so, and I've been looking into it. So I just wanted to get somebody's review on it that I know.
It works really well. It tastes good. I like it. It all around grew well and everything.
It's a nice heavy one. It's something I save for bedtime, something like that.
Yeah, it's medicinal.
You can feel the.
See, I like them heavier ones that people call nighttime ones because them are my pain meds, and I'm gonna check into it. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, and I don't know if you've ever had Mendo Breath or the original, like the OG Kush Breath or Meat Breath, or there's I know the ones I've had have this distinctive funk to it. This has that funk. Well, I don't know the breeder. A buddy, it was funny. I'm from a small town area, right? And I've been into weed since I was a teenager. So I get calls from like friends from old hockey and shit. Hey, someone's got this stuff you might like or whatever. But he's like, hey, I got some clones from a professional dude, whatever. I won't be able to grow them. You take them. It was a Justin Trudeau Kush or something, a Gorilla Breath, and a Sunday Driver.
Right.
And he was right. They all three of them turned out. The Justin Trudeau was a little fucked. We got rid of it. It was kind of shitty. But the Gorilla Breath and the other one were deadly. But this is it. That's all.
For pain, I have really bad lower back pain. I have a couple herniated discs. And I find the Gorilla Breath, Mendo Breath, and Girl Scout cookies are my go-to for pain. It's just me though, but.
Hey, if your pain's that bad, I got one that I just got dialed in that's working great for my pain. It's Miranda and Cookies version 2.
Okay.
Miranda and Cookies version 2. It tastes it's so strong that when I smoke it, my boss told me I can't take it to work no more because after we smoke it, man, 20 minutes we're walking around looking for our tool belts and they're on our hips. So it's one of them where I need time to just sit and relax before I go do something. But then I give it 15 minutes, and if I decide I just want to stay and be stuck, I can be stuck. But if I want to get up and do something, I can still function.
Yeah. Okay.
Nice.
Thank you.
Yep.
I got a quick question for Anything Grows. Are you on Instagram?
Yeah.
Is that what you are? Is Anything Grows as I'm seeing it now on your screen?
Yeah, the exact same way.
Okay, excellent. That'll be easy to find. You'll see what I'm talking about here probably by the end of the weekend, and you'll dig it. I'm willing to bet. So
cool. Thank you. Awesome.
And thanks, Fluff. Great idea.
So Mrs. G-Bay, can you tell me again that strains that you were, because well, let me tell you what I'm reading here. I didn't realize that there's what it's called is Gluckies. But here's the genetics. It's a Gorilla Glue crossed with Thin Mint Girl Scout cookies. Isn't that just about what you said?
Well, the Girl Scout cookies Thin Mint, I believe, is just a certain cut of the Girl Scout cookies. I don't want to be quoted on that, but I believe that I don't think it's like a mint flavor or anything like that. It's just the Girl Scout cookies had a Thin Mint version of their cookies.
I'm gonna have to.
You are correct, sir.
Okay. I'm gonna have to try some.
Sorry, he was telling G-Bay he was correct.
Oh, shoot, Captain. There you
You're not going crazy. That was somebody else here.
Yeah, it's like the voice from over here.
I like Gorilla Glue. I like it for sleep, or like something really heavy. Like I just want to get couch locked and get into a movie or something. But I haven't really paid attention to it for pain, to be honest. That one.
It looks like Thin Mint is only a pheno of Girl Scout cookies.
I really
the cross
get a
for it is Durban Poison and OG Kush.
Oh yeah, I really get a heavy pine smell from it. I've got to try it. Got to try it.
It's delicious.
Okay, I'm gonna take this little brief second to say goodbye because I unfortunately have to go into work tomorrow on a Saturday, and I need to
come
make
on,
sure...
I'm going to work too. Stay on longer.
No, honestly, I have major sleep issues. If I don't get off now, I am gonna screw myself. So I am gonna get off.
Good.
I will catch you another day though, for sure. And thanks guys for hanging out. I'll catch you guys later.
Sleep well.
Bye. Have a good night.
She's in our corner now.
And then she's gone. We got Uncle Rick's casting coach.
Looks like we got Thunder Dan possibly queuing up. What he's got going on. What you got going on, Thunder Dan?
Oh, I'm just making a bigger room. Show Captain that light right there.
What light is that? It's bright as hell.
Oh, that
How you
one
doing,
is on
Thunder
a HLG 300.
Oh,
But
okay.
the one that's in the ceiling there is a Growcraft chilled.
Chill.
So this is where I blew the wall out. So this is now a 6x10. This is where I've been contemplating life and how to take over the world. See them little city pickers sitting over there in the corner?
I see it.
Yeah,
See three of them.
Yeah, that's going to line that whole sidewall right here. It's just going to be
like
three
it.
of them. But yeah, I got to do the floor, and then I built this pocket door. I'm a HVAC guy, so don't be hating on them carpentry skills.
I love that, dude. I love the pocket door idea. I fucking love
Yeah,
that.
so it just slides, and then currently this room is it's got the pheno hunt room in it right now, but it'd be my bedroom. But that door just goes right up to that door, that opening.
Oh, okay. Yep. Nice.
So I don't lose any space. But that'd be my bedroom. Get the bedroom.
That's cool.
back.
That's slick. It's a double door basically. It serves two purposes.
There's my intake
Let me
fan.
get another room.
Bring the intake in through that hole to the side. I got to do that metal pipe and then adjust this fan got to go up just a touch more so I can beat that coming this way. And then there'll be another one that hits down here about a week. And then I'll be popping seeds.
I like it, man. I like it.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's fucking slick. And you got it all fucking insulated out and everything. Nice.
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't hear old boy's question. I was just in chat, just typing and half watching the damn movie or whatever. But I kind of got the gist. He was hot. He had CO2. He was trying to figure out which one do you go with.
It was too cold outside. Well, it was rated to go colder, but for some reason it wasn't working and his lines were freezing on him.
Well, the problem is when you try to run air conditioning and it's under a certain temperature outside, and different machines have different ratings as far as the seasonal energy efficiency rating, SEER value. So the higher the SEER, the lower they can go. But when you're doing air conditioning, basically all that is absorbing the heat inside and discharging it outside. So if I absorb heat inside, say your room is 90, and I make the air conditioning coil 50 degrees, and I pull 90 through 50, it pulls the heat out of it. The problem is when it goes outside, I need to be able to exhaust the heat, which means I need to be able to get the shit hot enough out there and do a reverse with a different number. You know what I'm saying? To get the heat out of the refrigerant. When it's fucking 0 or fucking 12 or even 30 outside, there's no heat to be made. It's all under freezing, right? So you can't step on it enough to make it hot enough to get it to do that. When you hear about those little components that they add in commercially, or most of the time it's commercial anyway, but some people do it at their homes and stuff for like computer rooms. That little device goes in and cuts the outdoor fan on the compressor side off so that there's no air movement through the coil. So there's no discharge of the heat. So the refrigerant builds heat until the fan says, now hit that motherfucker, and it can discharge it out. And so that little component, which is called a outdoor ambient air temperature sensor, is what controls that shit. So if you don't have that, your fan's blowing all the time, your coil's too low, and you make ice. You made an ice maker.
So his answer would be to get something like that to solve his issue, to kick that fan off.
Sounds
well,
like
I mean, you
could outside of your wherever they are.
Well, you could do well. What I was going to suggest is just bringing in air from somewhere else that's cooler to try to mitigate that. The only problem,
warmer, right?
Yeah, like I use the outside of my shop here as a lung room. So the mini split's on the lung room, not in the actual grow room. So I want to be able to pull off of this space and not technically make it in that area, because when you're trying to do it, in an area, well, I was going to say pull in outside air, but if it's so cold, the extremes like 0 to 90, those two extremes cause condensation, because that cold air gets in there and bam, anyway. So to stay away from that, you want to try to get a closer number to what your grow room is. So if you got a 90-degree grow room and you're using a 70-degree lung room to cool that down, that's totally doable.
Right.
That 20-degree drop, you can just draw it out and it'll sooner or later get down to where you need. But or you can cut lights off. I saw that as one of the answers for sure. You can kill what's making the BTU value, because that's what's causing you to have air conditioning. Is you're gaining. So those particles were.
That was my Band-Aid. I know it's not a permanent solution, but that was my Band-Aid. It was like, well, cut the source of heat and then you don't have to work so hard.
We said it was HPS. If you still got the hoods, he can line them up and suck it through to.
That's what he said. Yeah, that's what he said. He was going to look into that and to invent, doing the vented lights, and then that eliminates all the heat that they bring. So.
I think that takes. I think you only get like 20% or something back into the actual grow room when you do that, but. It's been a long time since I fussed with those lights.
Yeah, man, I've got LED lights. Soon to be getting some. I got to get GML my address. He's going to be sending me some of his lights.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
I had a little heat issue, and with the LEDs, I took the drivers off and put them outside the tent. Now I have a heat issue of it not being hot enough. That's why I had that little tiny little bud heater or whatever. But that little heater on the Inkbird, mint. Like,
love it.
It's kind of like it restricts where I can put it because right directly in front of it for a foot or so, you can't really have a plant right there. So I have to either put it on a bucket elevated or pointed in between. You know, I can't have it directly pointed at a plant, obviously, it'll cook it, but it only comes on for 2 or 3 minutes in that little 4x4 tent. Boom, right? It stays in between 4 and 5 degrees variance at all times.
That's cool. Yeah, that's cool.
I like that a lot.
Yeah. Barton, do you know much about the line that GML is going to be representing?
I know about it. Yes. I'm supposed to be, I don't know how in depth it's going to get or whatever, but I'm supposed to be able to be distributing for him in Michigan.
Oh yeah.
So like, I don't know if it's going to be like a code that I have or off a website or whatever, but yeah, I'm going to be representing his lights. I told him I want to try him first though. So that's why he's got to send them to me. I said, they got to work, man. I'm sorry. They got to work. So you got to get them to me. I'm not going to be saying recommend a light that I haven't tried.
Yeah, I'm maybe in the market for just a small light. I'm trying to think of the best way to deal. What I've been doing is I have my nursery and my drawing room are in the same place. So of course, when I'm using the drawing room, I have to move my nursery and take. So I've only got four 40-watt T5s for my nursery, just 4-footers. But it's a pain in the ass, and what I should be doing is just getting another small LED, maybe a 100 watts or 150-watt LED to cover that 2x4 area.
Let me think. I'm not sure if he's going to have at launch. He's actually launched on the Canada. He's got a Canada website up already.
Okay.
Grandmasterleds.com. I think it's all one word, no spaces.
Okay.
But and he doesn't have the whole line. He's got 6 lights already designed, but on his website, I think he's got maybe 3. And the best light's not out there yet. The best light is the one that's actually a direct competitor to the HLG Scorpion. Man, I got the sniffles. I want to sneeze. But and that one's going to be called the, what do you call it? The Tarantula. And then the step down because what eats scorpions.
Yeah. I get it. And I just got to tell you, Spartan, that I didn't notice that you were going to sneeze until you said that.
Okay. And then the one that's on his website, though, the step that would be the step below the tarantula, he's calling the long legs, and that's an 8-bar bar light. I think that's the one that is the veg light. I mean the flower light he's sending to me. And then
are they mostly bar lights?
The ones that are on his website right now are, but the very top one, and I think it might be a couple of the smaller ones, will have, it's a board, but hold on, he's got a name for that too. What the fuck did he call that?
How many?
There's a name. I don't remember what it is.
What area can you cover a canopy? How big an area? 4x4 or 5x?
Let me pull it. Hold on, I'll pull up the webpage. I'll just, that way I'm not guessing and I just know the exact whole thing. Watch me not be able to find this damn thing. Let me see. Grand Master LEDs.ca. I gotta put in .ca because I'm in the USA. Why won't it go? Okay. Yep, there's a web page here. How do I find his catalog?
I'm pulling for Wombat.
Oh wait, he's got 1, 2, 3. Yeah, he's got 3.
It's got to be
Yeah,
a spider.
Platypus.
Got to
He's
be
got
like
3 lights on here.
spider. Or
Oh, he's calling it Vulcan board. That's what he's calling them. Vulcan boards.
Vulcan boards.
And he's got Andon humidifiers on here too. Okay.
Totally.
I can share this. It looks like I got the Powos screen.
Or you can do whatever you want, man.
There you go. There's only 3 lights. Which one would you? Oh, probably the biggest one, right?
Fuck yeah.
Let's look at all
Hell
3.
yeah.
2.99 UMols a joule. It's got added red. It's waterproof. Oh, this knob dimming, by the way. Are you guys seeing any of this or no?
No. We see
Oh,
no
shit.
knobs.
All right, there. Are you seeing it now?
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
I gotta get off it. So this
Okay,
is the
yes,
this is the
badass.
long legs. And then
That thing underwater.
this is the chip count. Like he's got the diode. I mean, the diode count of each diode because there's different ones mixed in.
4,320.
What?
That's a lot of diodes. And that's not
Yeah.
all.
What I like about it is a lot of this bullshit here that doesn't mean much to anybody, but for a commercial grower, you got to have a lot of that kind of bullshit.
Which part?
The like waterproof.
The Osram.
And then the 5-year, where is it? 5-year warranty is a big one for rebates. If you're got like an electric company up here, if it's a 5-year warranty, it needs that.
Right. Because you got to buy a whole bunch of them. So you want to make sure they fucking.
Yeah.
Energy efficient.
Get
Did I hear that California is they're going to be banning HID and high pressure sodium?
Yeah, I've heard that. Good luck in the courts. I mean, okay.
Yeah.
Can't really see it. Or you can kind of see it here. Okay, right there. You see that? That is the dimming knob. And then right above it, there's an LED display.
Oh.
And that it has a percentage next to it. See? So it'll actually, as you dim, it'll tell you the actual percentage you have it set at.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
then after a short time, it it turns off. The display doesn't stay on the whole time. I thought that was fucking amazing.
Cool.
I was like, good, man. That's the biggest one of my biggest complaints about lights when I dim them.
Bro. That fucking shield light I got has the cheapest dimming knob ever on the planet. Ever. I mean,
there it is there. 5x5 flower. Oh, that's nice. And I'm assuming that's in Canadian dollars. So that light would probably be about $50 to you Americans.
$45. It's got that 1,000 off. It's just $450.
That was
I don't
funny.
know. Yeah. But yeah, 12 to 18 inches above the canopy. So this bar light, you can get pretty close. I like that.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
The only thing that, what did I see that I wasn't a fan of? Where was it? Folding, something about it folding. Yeah. I've had some folding lights that installed and they're a pain in the dick to install usually. But once they're up, it's not a big deal. But I hate that fucking fold. They'll pinch your hand in it and shit. But yeah. But it makes it easier for, I'm assuming the real reason for that design is for shipping, would be my guess. Because it comes in a smaller box. You pull it out and it folds open.
So, having that dimming knob and that shows you the percentage, that's a good thing. But probably like knowing how many, all of those big words, the light that is actually being
Like I wasn't aware.
hit on the canopy is probably more important, which would require another measuring device.
Are you saying you want a power map or a well, he's got the color spectrum. He doesn't have the power map up here. I can talk to him about putting that up. I know I've seen the testing. He's sent them to me.
Yeah.
I have a few questions about lighting. If I'm
Sure.
not like interrupting somebody else.
No, go ahead. It's got the
Okay.
right here's your PPF right here, Uncle Rick. Well, this is a different light, but this one's whatever, 1,924
Cool.
for this light. Go ahead with your question. I'm shy.
No, it's okay. Okay, so what okay, I'm just looking for like a light recommendation, I suppose, for a 3x4 size tent for flowering. And also, how many plants can you fit in a 3x4 flowering tent?
So the last part, how many can you fit in there? Is this how many can you fit in there? Because it depends. Okay. You know, it's usually by the size of the pot, because the plant will kind of, if you put in a small pot, it kind of stays small. If you put in a big pot, it gets bigger, kind of a thing.
Gotcha.
But
so it's not by how many plants you have. It literally is just by the size of area you're trying to cover. It doesn't matter how many plants are in that area.
The plant number is usually a lot of factors. Like if you are restricted on how many plants you can grow, most people try to maximize that by growing fewer plants and just giant plants, because they can only grow so many plants. So they want to make as big plants they can grow to maximize that plant count. But if you're in a situation where plant count's not really an issue and you have more plant count than you can use, then it's generally a more efficient way is to grow smaller plants, because then they don't have to veg for nearly as long at all. And you can just slam a bunch of them into a small space and just flower them pretty much after 2 to 3 weeks veg. Just flip them quick. It's called a sea of green.
Should the tents be the same size? So if I have like a 5x5 veg, then I should have a 5x5 flower.
It's generally actually around half. It's usually because the plants will grow so much more in flower, that generally what you see is about half. So the veg is about half the size of the flower room.
Cool. Okay.
Unless you have 2 flower rooms. See, then you're talking perpetual growing. If you have 2 flower rooms and 1 veg room, that's the same size as both your flower rooms, or 1 flower room with 2 lights in it, then you could keep around, you can veg it for a month this is how you would set it up. You'd veg for a month, you'd flip that to flower. So now you have 1 light on in your flower room, 1 light off, and then you have an empty veg room. You start a new round in there. You veg that for a month. Now you have in your flower room, you have in the light where the light's on, those plants are 1 month old in flower. They're halfway through, we'll say. And then your veg plants are a month old. You can put them under the second light that you have in your flower room. Now your veg is empty again. And you're going to start another round, and you're going to have a month. And in that month, your first light should be right around harvest time, so that your veg can move into there. And that's how you can perpetually always have something in your flower room, and you're flip-flopping harvesting once a month. That's if you can harvest every 8 weeks. That's just an easy way to illustrate what I'm trying to say.
That sounds like an awesome plan to follow. I want to switch so this is my growing area right now. It's a shed that is 4 by 7 feet, and I'm literally only using like a 3x3 area of it for my veg right now, because that's what my light covers. But I want to, if I were to switch this to being my flowering area, then I would keep one side being the first flower, one side being the second flower. Do I have to stop those lights, or can they both be on with no division? So I
leave both on with no division. You're just just keep the lights on all the time in that area, because that's your flower room, and you want always plants flowering in there. So as long as you have plants in there, it makes sense to have your lights on.
Okay.
But yeah, you don't need to have a different. It's actually beneficial. You might get your best yields right where those 2 lights overlap, because they help each other. You get a little bit more light than if you just had 1 light there, because you get a little bit of a little splash from both sides. And they overlap.
So what should I suppose then, what is your recommendation for best light to have for a flower light on each side? And then what is your best recommendation for what veg light to have, if that's just 1 in a tent, and then the 2 for the shed?
Is height an issue for you? Like how much height? Yeah, how much height?
No, it goes up 11 feet in the back, and I think like 8 feet or 9 feet in the front. It has a higher back. I was
Oh,
going to
man.
originally grow in my garage, so I bought this, but then I realized my garage is not attached or insulated, and that would be way too expensive to accomplish. So I
Yeah.
broke it apart and chugged it down here and set it up again.
That's fucking awesome.
It's
I wish I had
really
that
great.
height.
Like I sealed everything with insulation foam, and then I also insulated it with the Mylar all throughout.
Nice.
Cool. Is plant count, excuse me, is plant count an issue for you? Do you have?
No, I have a
Okay.
medical card, so I'm pretty open.
Cool. Then I would highly recommend what Spartan suggested is just pack as many plants as you can in there as possible.
Okay.
Maybe in 1 gallon pots or 1 gallon and just get them started and then flip them to flower.
Okay.
How are you feeding your plants? Do you feed them what kind of nutrients? Or are you organic? You're synthetic? If you're Russell Jeff, I'm assuming synthetic.
So, wait, I'm sorry. What was the last part there?
So with what you were saying about Russell Jeff, I'm assuming that you're probably a synthetic grower. You probably are running salts because that's usually what he talks.
Oh, so actually my soil is my own personal blend. It's
Okay, sweet.
A mix of potting soil, bone meal, perlite, mushroom compost, and one other thing, cocoa fiber. So it's like
Nice.
a good blend of that. I let it sit out over summer, so it ran through the season, and then started using it. But that's what I've done for all my house plants, and it works pretty well. So
Are you using any fertilizers at all?
I've tried now 3 types. So I've tried fish shit, and I probably just didn't do it the right way, and I haven't touched it since because it turned them yellow the next day, and I was terrified.
Wow.
So I tried that once, and I was like, nope, I'm not doing nutrients. And then somebody said they say to do the full dosage, but only do half, like because they just say a full dosage to make you buy more, but your plants don't need it, and it'll be easier to introduce them. So I tried using bud bread, and it says organic on it. I don't really know what all it does, but it says from bud to flower you can use it. So I tried that, doing it twice a week, and it's been like 3 weeks now, and I haven't noticed any increase in growth or better looking leaves or anything. And then I just today used CalMag for the first time. And I bottom feed, and I had a pH issue, and I used baking soda to help fix it. So the soil is testing in the right area. They're being fed sometimes even once a day if they're pretty light weight-wise, but they're not being nutrient fed every time. That's only twice a week.
Okay, nice.
Secret ingredient?
Do I have a secret ingredient?
Do you use the secret ingredient?
I'm gonna say no.
You gotta.
He's hinting at love.
It's love.
Gotta give them that love.
Love.
Oh, I mean,
Oh
considering
yes.
I spend the majority of my time down here, and also there's a hidden message that I wrote with a Sharpie on the inside before I put up the insulation. That's like, hey, good job. You can grow well. I believe in you. Because I was like,
awesome.
They say if you say good things, they grow well. So if I can't
They
be
do.
like down here saying it, maybe I can just like good vibe the room.
Here.
Righteous.
I got
You gotta butter their bread.
My mind has been hemorrhaging for like the last 8 minutes or so. Did you say you have a shed in your house?
Yeah, look at her. She's
amazing.
gorgeous.
I am so fucking jealous is all I gotta say
See?
about that. Having fucking 7 to 11
Oh my
feet.
fucking god! This is
Yeah, and I
gotta put you
connected
up on
it.
the big screen here.
Okay. So I connected it, and I have it literally just running out of my dryer exhaust over there.
Fuck yeah!
So like my dryer is running
Hell
out
yeah.
there, which means also that like if it's like an extra cold day or something, I just need to do a load of laundry, and they get warmed up and they get humidified pretty much to the right level, like almost every time.
Perfect.
Well done.
I do
That's
have
cool.
a carbon exhaust in there. It's not on yet because I don't mind the smell. It's, it doesn't bother me any. But I just have it in case it does get a bit too much and takes over the house.
Yeah, once you get into flowering, you're gonna probably be using
Yeah.
it.
my mind's still buzzing over that. You get like definitely 5-star points for style on the grow tent there. That's fucking awesome. You need some really cool DIY stuff, and like it's for some.
I mean, it was only like
that has
$300
never
to get
even
the
crossed my mind. Like, wow.
Yeah, it was pretty much the same price. Either I could buy a tent or I could spend $300 and set it up myself. So
And it's way fucking better.
yeah,
Way more
it's really good.
durable.
I kind of want to just stick with sheds. I'll just have like 2 or 3 sheds in my basement.
Hell yeah.
My
Oh,
girlfriend
yeah.
just said awesome, and she's within slapping distance of me, so that's a good thing. You might have just started a new trend.
That's incredible.
What kind of a light have you got in there now?
It is a Viper Spectra P700W, PAR 700W.
So 700 watts, is that?
I believe that's what it means. Although again, I don't know really much.
Yeah, it's like it's hard for me not to be biased because what I was just talking about here was lights that I'll be selling. So
I know that's okay.
but
Like
what I
if
can-
you have
but
that
what I
company and you're like they're good, then that's what
I
I'm gonna
don't
do.
know that. I haven't grown with them yet. I'm waiting for those lights to get here. I'm going to
okay.
grow under them to know. But I mean, I trust the guy. I mean, I trust him like a family member. So I'm assuming that they are.
Out of tried and true, then what would you suggest I get to flower and what should I get to veg?
I'll just
Or
give
I
you.
guess
I'll
with
give you a
mine-
general because that way it'll apply to any lights you come across. And it's
Okay.
like I would get. There's an efficiency rating that they give lights, and it's the efficacy is what you'll see a lot is what they call it, which is the same thing as efficiency.
Yeah.
And you would want something higher than 2.5. Anything that's not getting at least 2.5 is pretty fucking old, right? About or really super inefficient. The top end stuff is around 3 now. So if you can get between 2.5 to 3 on your efficiency, that means that you have an efficient light. It's not power wasteful. And then when you're looking for flower lights, you want something with some red in it, some red spectrum. So if it shows a
Okay.
spectrum chart or whatever, you want to make sure you got a higher bump in the reds. And then if you're looking
The
for
light that I have has dials and it's red, white, and blue. So
Blue.
right now I have white and blue turned on to 100%, and the light is like 22 inches or so away.
that sounds good. That sounds what you're in veg, right?
Yeah.
Yep. I like that. And that's what I was going to say next was for a veg light. If you're looking for a veg light. Now, if you're going to do the 2 flower lights in there and you're going to do a veg, I would use the light you have right now for your veg light. You could just put it on white and blue like you have now and run it like that and to veg with. And then you could get 2 flower lights. And then you could, as long as they're the red spectrum, then you're good to go. And I would get one that covered like, what was the whole size of that again?
4 by 11. No, I'm sorry, 4 by 7.
4 by 7. So just get something. Yeah, most lights are covered. So make sure that it says that it'll cover a 4 by 4 area, and you get 2 of those, and you'll be golden.
Okay, so an efficiency rating of 2.5 or higher.
Yes.
And then enough to cover a 4 by 4.
Yep.
Okay, perfect. Thank
Like
you.
you're welcome. Like an HPS light, the efficacy or efficiency of that is a 1.9. So, anything 2 or higher is technically more efficient than an HPS light.
Okay.
But the way LEDs are now, if you're going to put money into buying a new light, it should be a 2.5 or higher. It really
And
should.
it should be LED.
And it should be LED.
Okay.
Because it's just going to be, it's going to save you money in the long run, because if you buy an HPS light, you're going to have to replace those bulbs again and again and again and again and again. And eventually you've paid thousands for this light.
Are LEDs the ones that are more expensive up front, but they
Yes.
cost less to run on your electric bill?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Then I have
Yes.
no problem with that.
Yep.
Now that isn't that what you have one now?
Yeah, I have an LED right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
So is it dimmable?
Yes, yeah. It can go, it's not just by like 25%. It can be just, it's a free spin dial.
All the way to 0, probably.
Yeah, yeah, all the way to off.
Yeah, I would just, I don't want to be saying lights out there, but I mean, if
I mean, honestly, that information you gave is great for me to work with and figure it out. So that's all I kind of.
You can just look me up on Instagram or something and just shoot me a message. I'll be happy to answer your question.
I think I just
say if you have, I just found you too. So like if you, say you have it narrowed down to 5 companies, you shoot me those 5 companies. I can take a look online and say, hey, this is what I think about them. You know what I mean?
Cool. Okay, thank you. I appreciate
no problem.
it.
No problem.
And then sell you a tarantula.
And sell you a tarantula. Yeah.
Most excellent when you reach out.
I'll definitely try to see what I can get you into. If you show me what you're looking for, I can see what he's got available.
You know, I don't know if he's got. Spend the money, just don't pyramid scheme me.
I don't know if he's got. I don't know if he's got even stock in the country right now, so I can't even promise that. So just look for if you're looking to get them, just get them. But if I have lights at the time, I'll for sure tell you what I've got.
Thank you.
You're welcome. But yeah, he's supposed to be sending me that 8-bar, I think it was, flower light and a 6-bar veg light to try out.
Nice. Now, are the bars kind of the thing to go with instead of the?
Yeah, the idea is it gives you. We've gotten to the point that the LEDs are so strong that they're almost too strong to where it stresses the plants out, where you're going over 1,000 ppf at the canopy unless you're starting to get too far away. So now what they've done is they've spread out the diodes, and the best way to spread them out evenly is to get that design to where instead of being it was originally like a cob, which was just a disc, just a bunch of them, and then it turned into different boards that were spread out. Now it's more bars, like strips of diodes spread out like a grid pattern.
Gotcha. A bit more direct of a pathway for each.
Yeah, see, when you have your diodes spread out more, you have more points of light to get that side lighting. You always get that bump in light when you get 2 lights side lighting each other. It's almost like free light coming off the side because you get the straight light down. You get that, but then the side lighting is what really bumps up your light readings wherever they meet. So when you get the light distance, the light hanging at the perfect distance above the canopy and everything's firing right, I think those bar style just gives you a more even canopy. And what that helps and why we want that is makes your plants grow even. So you don't have a bunch of towers over here and shorter ones over here. If you spread that light even, you get more of an even canopy.
And the other nice thing sorry.
I'm sorry. I was just going to say the other nice thing is when you spread the light out like that, it reduces the heat, which allows you to have your lights closer to the canopy, like the lights that you're talking about, Spartan. I think you suggested 12 to 18 inches, where I have the older style, which is more. The lights are more. Well, they're not that old. They're either the HLG.
Ooh. Oh.
Anyway, it doesn't matter. But I think my minimum is more like 40 inches. So I have to have a far bigger space between the light and the canopy.
I have my light set to about 22 inches now, set away. Is that where it should stay throughout my veg phase, and then? Or should it go higher?
For me to be able to answer that question like definitively, I would have to have a light meter and go in there with it. And I don't even have a light meter. But if I did, I'd go in there because they're expensive. And
I have like a 3-in-1 that I've been using where it measures pH, soil wetness, and light ppm. Or
yeah, you should probably throw that in the garbage. Yeah, I'm sorry. Those things don't tell you. They'll tell you 2 different things, and you move it 1 inch over, and it'll tell you it's a totally different thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so then how should I be testing pH?
With a pH meter, usually I would say a Blue Lab or a Grow Line. What is that company that makes Grow Line? Hanna Instruments are my 2 favorite. There's pH pens.
How do you use it?
It's just okay. So it's like a pen. Here, I'll use this for an example.
Right
this
here.
little RSO syringe. Oh, you got one?
Hey, Shruvi, welcome, buddy. Good to see you, man.
There you go. He's got a pH pen right there.
Yeah.
So there's a little probe at the bottom. He's got a cap on it right now. Oh, there's Thunder Dan's got one too. See, that's like a little glass probe, and that you submerge that in your water when you mix it up, and it'll tell you the pH of whatever's in your water. And then if you were trying to say take the pH of your soil, you were wondering what your soil was, you could take and do like a slurry test, which means you take a little bit of your soil and you saturate it with water, and then you filter the soil away so you have just the water, and then you stick your pH pen in there, and it'll tell you what the pH is, and it'll give you an idea of what the pH of your soil is.
Okay.
They've also, like Blue Lab has combo. There's tons of different meters. Blue Lab makes a combo meter that has a soil probe on it that you can just stick straight into the soil. And Blue Lab's not the only one, but that's just one of the
best.
Well, I like it. I like that. I like Hannah too, though. I like those grow lines. Those are the best I've used, if you ask me.
Yeah, that's what
They're
I've
just
got
way
there.
faster.
Yeah.
I went organic so I could get away from that bullshit.
Oh, I went organic and I still use it, man.
Okay, should I be testing my pH every time that I water?
If you're organic, it's not required, but it would give you. I like to. This is the way.
Are you on a well or city water?
Oh, that's a good question.
I honestly don't. I think city water. Yeah, I think I'm city water.
Do you pay for your water?
I do. Yep.
Do you get a bill for it? Okay, that's
Yep.
city water.
So you might want to look at a ppm meter if you're in the city.
Okay.
You know, just to see kind of what the parts per million in your water are, because and somebody else could explain that way better than me. I'm just the HVAC
Well, the
guy. But
Somebody
go
please.
ahead.
The easiest way is it's just going to tell you what else besides water you're looking at.
Look for
Now, if there's just too much in there, is there any way that I can?
Filter is what you're going to have to do.
Filter.
Okay.
There's different.
All I do is like
Because I
I'll
don't
leave
want to
mine
buy
up for
water.
24, 32 hours, and a lot of the stuff like within the city of Chicago, the chloramine and stuff like that, it takes a little bit longer to come out, but it's not too bad, and my pH range isn't even really bad. So using like the living soil and stuff like that, I really don't have to pH every time, just knowing around the generals that I'm in. But you don't have to.
Did you
like,
say
go
letting
and
it sit out for
Yeah, and then,
48
like,
hours?
I'll like get 5
off
gallons,
gas it.
fill them up with water. I'll let them sit out, and all that chloramide and stuff like that will help evaporate out. Not all of it's going to be gone, you know what I mean?
Okay.
But it brings it down to enough where it's not damaging your plants or anything.
So yeah, what you can do is when you get your water bill, I think there's a web page on there or something. You can get a water report. You can look at online for the water report. Just see if that shit's in. See if there's chlor. The biggest things you got to worry about is chloramine and anything with. Usually you'll see chlorine, fluoride, or what's the other one? Chloramine. I don't worry about anything except for chloramine. What DP was just talking about. Chloramine has to be. I would say I would want it filtered out.
I mean,
the reason is it's gonna nuke all your microbiology in your soil, which your plant needs to eat.
So even though I'm watering and I'm feeding, it's just destroying
The chloramine, the chemical in the water, is fucking it up.
Gotcha.
If it's in there, I'm not saying it's in there. I'm just saying, like my municipality, I don't get that in mine. I don't have to worry about that.
I'm on a well. That's why I asked that, because once I kind of figured mine out, it doesn't really fluctuate. Wells like 275 feet deep. It kind of just stays at 5.9 parts per million. So, you know, pretty good.
Did you say
shit.
5.9? Damn.
5.9.
Jesus. That's
so I just
awesome.
Basically lime the soil and bring it up just a touch, and I just water regular water, you know.
Nice water.
It's really good water.
So. But if it's in the city, I know it changes because they add in different chemicals depending on what season. But I want you to also realize as you jump in this rabbit hole of meters and lights and fucking all this dumb shit that you did grow plants.
Very true.
You didn't know any of this shit. So, you know, you kind of have to take it as a grain of salt as you move through, because like the dude here at the hydro store, I'll be in there buying some dumb shit like plant yo-yos or, just something you need for the garden. And you'll see a new person come in, and it's just like the devil just takes them over here to the damn giant bottles. And it's like, you want to buy all of this and these, and it's just like, oh, he got another one,
Oh, true. Yeah,
Well, not to sound like a grocery store employee, but I think it was Chris. I think it was Chris Merchant chat that said it went past already, but they suggested get some humic acid. If you do have chloramine, and that's added to your water, that comes up on the water report that you have chloramine added, you can get humic acid and add that to the water, and that will bind up to that chloramine before it fucks anything up.
And do I do that? Like I'll put it in the water, the amount that it's supposed to be for whatever gallons I have, let that then sit for the 24 or 48 hours?
You don't have to let it sit. Once you stir it in, you'll be able to water it in.
It?
Yep.
Cool. Okay, awesome.
It's like a chemical reaction. I mean, it's not going to bubble or anything, but I'm just saying it's going to be like a magnetic reaction, we'll say.
It'll be very anticlimactic.
Yes. But the humic acid is usually really dark, so it's gonna make your water, brown. I like raw. If you can get raw nutrients, I think it's called NPK nutrients. It's called raw humic acid because it's like a tiny, tiny amount. It's like I like a 1/16 of a teaspoon or something per gallon. It's like it's so little. So the little bag of it will last fucking forever.
Okay. What brand was that you said?
I think it's NPK nutrient. It's just dry. It's a dry nutrient. That's why I like it too. NPK Industries, and it's called raw humic acid. I think this is all off my foggy memory.
Hey, it's good enough to work on Google. So I just need keywords and I can go from there.
Another good humic. Now it's BioAg, I think. What's it called? I don't remember.
Is humic acid expensive?
It shouldn't be.
Okay. Cool. I'll invest in if it's going to last a long time. I don't mind spending it.
Well, that's why I get the dry powder. That way it can last forever,
Okay. Yeah, I'll definitely go with that.
Or you can get a product that has like humic acid in it. Like I'm especially doing organics. I'm a big fan of Recharge. If you can find that. That's a product from Scotty Real off the Dude Grows show. Sells. It's kind of like an all-in-one. It's got a little bit of microbes. It's got humic acid. It's got molasses. It's got kelp, and I think fulvic acid. There you go. G-Bay's got a picture of it right there.
Okay, so I could just use that as my only nutrient feed.
I didn't hear what you said. You could use that as your only what?
As my only nutrient feed.
You're going to need some nutrient in the soil for the plants to eat too, but that would be a good step. That would cover a lot of your micronutrients for sure because of that kelp and that humic acid and fulvic acid that helps bind nutrient. But you might need if I were in your situation, what I would do is get like kind of an all-in-one top dress to cover the big NPK. So
Nectar of the Gods makes that one shot. That's a really good one.
I was just gonna say Nectar of the Gods one shot. What's another one? Down to Earth Fertilizer has one called BioLive that I really like.
Gaia Green has an all-purpose.
Gaia Green, yep.
Have a top flower or a flower dress one.
Fox Farm also has one.
Build a Soil.
Build a Soil is one of my favorite. That's the one that I have. Build a Soil's Craft Blend is my favorite kind of.
Wait, how do you spell that?
That's what I use.
The website is build, like you're building, like build a, and then soil.
Okay, cool. And you said that one is your.
It's Craft Blend. That's the website, and then the product is called Craft Blend. It's just a bunch of organic inputs all in one big blend.
Oh, I found it. Okay, so that would be, I would use that and Recharge.
Yeah.
You said you found it like it wasn't going to happen.
So what?
And worm casting.
Well, the Craft
worm casting.
Yeah, worm castings is what yeah. So that would be my go-tos. I would do like a top dress. Like if I thought my plants were hungry or they're going to need food soon, I would do a top dressing on top of that with that craft blend. Top that with some worm castings and malted barley. Water that in. I'm good to go. That's my secret sauce. That's what I do.
I just
for the worm castings, is there a brand that matters or just any worm?
Homemade is the best. And then outside of that is just if you can find like what I would do in your situation, it's going to be tough because you're in an urban area, it sounds like, but like if you could like see if there's anyone doing worm castings, you could get them fresh. That it makes all the fucking difference in the world. Like it makes the difference of like a tomato you grew yourself and a tomato you buy at the store. That's how much a difference it makes.
For worm casting, how do you what do you need to start that?
Worms.
And
the only thing you're gonna need that you're not gonna have readily available is worms. But yeah, you're gonna Google after this, you could Google worm how to make a worm bin and you're gonna go down a rabbit hole for hours. You can make your own, you can buy pre-constructed ones. There's a million ways of doing it.
Like, hey, I set up my own compost bin.
I can recommend
putting worms in it this summer.
I can recommend a book. I could recommend you a book that would make you want to start a worm farm.
Yes, absolutely.
Guys, my mind is hemorrhaging again. Do you see this like amazing knowledge? Like this is a really good learning session going on. But what's blowing my mind is it's Friday night. You're actually picking up and absorbing this information that's getting spit out, which is amazing, and researching at the same time on your computer. You are far too coherent at the moment. Like it's a good thing. It really is. It's just I don't think we've ever experienced this on the show before.
You called it, dude.
Well, on a Friday night.
Yeah, no, you're. This was. You made.
I got sucked into learning and I forgot to keep taking hits. So my mind has just rammed into this.
No, this is great because I'm sitting here watching and I'm like, you could see that you're like you literally
the gears are working.
As fast as it's coming out, the questions they're getting spit out back, and I'm like, even if I wasn't high as fuck right now, I would have a hard time keeping up with this conversation. And you're right there. This is why we like having this is one of the many reasons why we like having shows like this is because people like you want to know. We got people that do know.
This has been the best sort of platform, like the most response I've gotten. And I've been in a few lives like on Instagram. But this has been the best one that has been actually informative. And it's definitely left me feeling with like, okay, I can still make my own decisions here. It is still my grow. Now I just know the reasoning behind what decision I'm making. Whereas like everybody else that I've spoken to about this just says, no, do this. You're doing it wrong.
Cow
How
mag.
is that helping? Yeah. Yeah. And guess what? I bought the cow mag.
Yep. I think we've all got it probably, I'm sure.
I just threw mine away. I just got rid of it. I finally said, I don't know why I'm keeping this dumb shit.
Did you pour
What is it? What is it supposed to do? What am I supposed to notice from it?
It's a common deficiency if you're growing in cocoa, calcium deficiency.
Soil.
So yeah, exactly. So a lot of people, well, the hidden reason why CalMag works a lot of times is that when the one deficiency most people can with zero plant knowledge can recognize right away is when a plant needs nitrogen and it yellows.
Yeah.
And it doesn't say it on the bottle usually unless you look hard enough, but most all CalMag has nitrogen in it. So it's not even the calcium or the magnesium that helps, it's the nitrogen that's helping with the yellowing of the leaves. If you really have a calcium deficiency, it'll look like rust, like your leaves are rusting. It's got like rust spots.
Okay,
on
I
it.
actually have one of mine does look that way. Like it's kind of curling at the edges and it's turned a not brown, but like a reddish brown color.
Yeah, I would have to exactly see it to be 100% sure, but it's possible.
What are the other signs that you're? Oh yeah,
take
the
us
lights
over
on?
there.
Are the lights on? Go ahead.
Yeah, I'll switch to my phone then so that I can take you guys in there easier. I'll be back on in just a minute.
Okay.
Fine. Good. In the meantime, Shruby, welcome, buddy.
Shruby-doo.
Cheers, guys.
Hey, why don't you tell us a little bit about your and Cuz your show, Grow for Show?
Oh,
We just do like a Canadian cannabis talk show pretty much. We try and help new growers, and as long as we follow our growth as well.
Right
I'm
on.
kind of doing a breeding project at the time because it's kind of just in week 4 of flower. I'm just about to flower the 110th. I have another 10 I'm clearing out and trimming.
Yeah.
We're both. He just got his ACPR, so he's expanding his floor space, and I'm kind of maxed out of mine right now. So
he's doing some testing or breeding as well.
He's in testing right now.
Yeah. Okay. And your show is Tuesdays at 7:00 Eastern.
Correct.
Right on. Check it out. It's a great show. Well, it's not personal, but something I admire in you, my friend, is the fact that you have 3 children.
Oh yeah.
It's and they're pretty young, but like in my era, I'm from a family of 6. We're blended, but it's we're a family of 6. But many people I recall, especially certain religions, would have 10, 12 kids easy. Very, very common. Where are you going with this, man? Well, here's
5. 5's cut off.
He's a breeder. He's a breeder.
But here's the thing. You got to remember because today, people don't have big families like that anymore. And basically what you need in order to increase the population or just keep the population the way it is, every couple has to have a minimum of 2 children.
2.8 actually. But yeah.
Well, when mom and dad die, to replace their population, you got to have 2 kids. That's all. So when you have 3, then the population.
You just have a lot of like prophets moms running around. That causes population explosions.
That's slut. God.
Sorry.
Just the thought of that.
I just had to throw it in there. Sorry.
Did it cause any explosions over there for you, Rick?
He can't cause any more explosions. They took care of that back in like Nam in '98.
Dust bombs.
In '98.
Some dust explosions.
Pocket sand.
I guess I deserve that.
Uncle Rick, were you in Vietnam in 1998?
Allegedly.
Could have been.
We don't want to incriminate them.
Did you get stuck in a cooler in a hallway?
I must say though that if I was an American, I would have been in Vietnam because they had the draft then. Because I met a lot of Americans who decided to come visit Canada during that time.
Cheers to everybody who was or is in the armed forces, especially with all the stuff going on these days. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What year were you born, Rick?
47.
18.
Holy shit.
40.
He's not talking about
Not my outside voice, sorry.
and he's not talking about this century. He forgot to bring up that he's talking about last century.
Whoa.
Dude, that was last millennium even. Like, holy.
Oh my goodness, Uncle Rick, you were born in 1947. Same with my dad. You're amazing for your age. Holy
Do the
crap.
math.
I have to say, you're doing really well for your health.
Living fossil.
My dad was born in 48, and he went to NAM. But yeah, that's cool, man.
All right, here's the exciting stuff. Are you able to hold your phone on your side or on its side? It'll
Oh, yeah.
a lot better. Or
Okay.
Hopefully we don't lose signal as we go inside these ballasts usually.
All right. So we've got an 8262.
Oh, nice.
Boom.
I like to keep it around 8060, so I feel like that's good. This is the one that looks kind of like it's here. Let me turn off the blue.
Oh yeah, that's way better.
So I don't know if those are just dead leaves or if that's actual deficiency.
I think it's a watering. I think it's like an overwatering is what I'm thinking.
Overwatering.
Like if you pinch the leaf, is When you pinch them, do they feel dry and do they get crispy when you pinch those, or are they more like
Yeah, it just
pliable?
It just kind of crumbled. See.
Okay, so maybe it's underwater then. I don't know.
Well, that's what everybody else was saying, was that it is underwater.
Didn't you just raise your lights up
So I
too?
just started. Yeah, and I raised these. This was the light. I had it at like 12 inches, and it just was instructed to raise it. So
Yeah, you might be cooking it. Also,
now
I would suggest
it's like about 22, 24 inches.
putting
Yeah,
something on
I
the
like it
soil as far as I don't know, like some bark or something that
Mulch or something.
so you're just some kind of I was gonna say top dress, but
Okay.
my mind's
Like perlite?
blanking on
Just to hold in some of the moisture.
yeah, just to retain that some, because it could be they're just having rough times.
The top
in and
dries out
but-
really quickly compared to the rest of it.
Right. Those look good though.
Yeah.
So all of these bigger ones, these are all the Irie genetics. And then these two small ones that I have, this one and this one, are the Bubba Kush. Now these two, the Bubba Kush, I know are female because they were fem seeds. I don't know how to sex the other ones.
Which ones? All of them?
I don't know how to sex any, like these two are fem seeds, so I know these two are fem.
Okay.
But I don't know how to sex any of these. These are all photos.
Oh, you will. You will know when the time comes.
Okay,
Yeah.
I didn't know if it just wasn't
Get up close
time
to
or
a
what.
node. Get up close to a node, like where one of the right. That's a good one.
That was the best answer ever, Dan.
Yeah.
And you're not
I'm
gonna really tell.
I'm not
till you
seeing
flip.
any telltale signs yet. I'm not.
Okay.
But you
Actually,
need
no.
to be
I'm seeing.
watching.
Yeah, I'm seeing white. I'm seeing white pistols. That's a female. That last one you were just touching. That's a female.
This one here is?
Yes. I just saw some white pistols. I could have swore.
I thought that was
one of the
auxiliary
nodes.
shooters.
Oh, here. Let me see if I can get it to focus. No. Right there on.
There you go. As long as you put your hand behind it, it gets.
Is that a
picture.
pistol?
No, that's not it. That's not there. But I could have swore I saw two of them going up to one of the side of the stems. So I can't see it now. I so wish I had that in my hand. I could tell you.
Just give it time.
Yeah, it's maybe still too early to tell yet.
I'll tell you
Call
what,
them all girls.
if you can't find that out like tonight, figure it out, come back on next Friday, and there's a good chance we'll be able to tell you by then.
Okay,
If you haven't
cool.
already figured out by your own.
Right. I mean, I'm checking them. I'm
Yeah, what you're looking for is right in that crook, right in that crease, right there. Yeah, right there. You'll see either a little white pistol coming out, or you'll
just
see
one.
Well, sometimes you'll see two, or it's usually one. But sometimes you'll see two, or it'll split at the end.
No, I can't get it to
That's
focus.
that's like the absolute for sure. When you see that, when you see a white pistol, you know for sure it's a female. Until then, you're gonna
Then you
keep guessing.
still-
You're gonna see the parts, and you're gonna be like, "Man, that looks male. That looks male." And then all of a sudden, you'll see a pistol, and you'll feel better.
Yeah. Yeah. And then you got to still watch because
Yeah, you definitely.
it's
Yeah,
liable to say, I want to be a dude too. You know?
yeah. I'm gonna keep on keeping on. You're not stopping me. I'm gonna have some babies. Yeah, every first grow, you definitely want to make sure they don't.
My first set of
Yeah.
males too, I could have sworn was a female by the way that the balls started coming out. It actually looked like kind of pre-flower, you know, like at the very beginning when the cotton ball starting. I like
Yeah.
that thing where it almost, I guarantee if it would have been there any much longer, that thing would have started dropping everywhere. So
I don't know if there's any. Actually, I should rewind. There is no science to this, but in my own head, I swear, early on, you can see like I don't know what the name of the structure is, but whatever forms that little circle thing that forms at the crook of the node. If it forms like with its ass end right on the node itself, right on the plant itself, it's usually a female. But if there's like a little stem to it and it's like protruding off, it's usually a male.
Absolutely. If it has an extrusion, you just
that's a male for sure. If it's hanging off of there, that's a male.
Yeah, and a lot of times I still will watch them until they actually show me the real deal. It won't be long right after that, though. But so usually, sometimes you can see before you go into flower, and that's some dumb shit like the pot was too small, or it hit a stressor and it showed you what it was. But if you got a pretty good pot size, you're not going to really tell until after you get in the flower, which is fine. I mean, just as soon as you see a boy.
Yeah.
I've always, like, it's rare that I have to flip for sex. I don't know why that is, but since I've started, I've always
solo
had
cupping?
like pre-thing for me. I don't know, but I've always kind of started in too small of a size before I go to flower anyways. So when I do kind of flip, I usually transplant a week before flip, you know what I mean? Before I flip the flower. But at that time, they're ready anyway. So maybe that's why they're starting to show a little bit of pre-sex, like saying. But I mean, it's never been like ridiculously over root bound for me. But that's just, I think I've only had one plant out of them all that didn't really show me a strong sign. But I have also misdiagnosed what I thought to be males.
I've had males flower in veg because they were in a small pot.
Yeah.
You put them in small feet, they'll show you some shit.
Fuck yeah, man! I had a cuvee did that to me. I'm like, God damn it! Now I'm trying to collect pollen. I'm like, motherfucker.
Does anybody else take the tops off and then go put those in the cloner and then for sexing? And then once it shows sex, you can kind of tell whether anybody else do that.
Yeah, I just take my clone. Yeah, I just take a clone, like I'm taking a clone, and I just throw it in a cup of water and throw it in the flower room and wait a couple
When are
weeks.
you supposed to take clones?
Whenever you want.
Yeah, whenever you need them. Just
when the blade is sharp.
The cutoff time is you probably don't want to go much past week 2 of flower. That's really pushing it. If you can get them in veg, that's probably the best. But about week 2 of flower, then what's going to start happening is you're going to have to wait for a re-veg and it gets messy. So I would go like before flower if you can.
Okay.
It'd be cool if you got like a good cloning regimen down now while you're doing it, because it's like I don't have a solid one down, and now I'm getting some really good genetics and stuff.
Well, the size of the plant she had, though, I didn't see a lot of plant. Like I wouldn't take a clone yet. I would wait till you had more.
Which is why I'm pushing these ones.
You wait
to get some clones off of it. Yeah, it makes sense. Which is fine. It's going to give you more time to sex them anyway. So that's cool. Just give them. Yeah, give them.
And I figure that way I can, because I figured I was going off of one light, but I'm hoping to be able to get another one soon. So that was just because I wanted them to flip the same time as those 2 femme from the Bubba Kush. And those ones are like half the age. So I started those big pots on November 4th. And then I started the other ones, the 2 small ones, on December 16th.
Nice. Yeah. So yeah, they're gonna have some catching up to do for sure.
Yeah. So if I keep pushing the original ones to 16 weeks, that'll be 8 to 12 weeks for the new ones in veg.
What are you showing us there, Dan?
Well, I was going to show her what happens if you take the clone too late. So shout out to High and Tight. I don't know if he's in chat, but this is a triangle octane porch farmer's cut that he gave me as a little bud, and it has turned into, I'm going to make it happen. It's fucking coming to the garden, bro.
Dude,
it's happening.
I suggest some leaf strip, bro. Do some leaf strip, bro.
Look, I got to get my room done, and then I'll get back over here.
That's
and
a bush,
play.
bro.
Right now, it's just in
The
the
leaf
bed.
edge is hard.
Yeah, that's just out of a bud, and then it's just I'm gonna get some cuts out of it, and then I'll just send these into flour and let them just be crazy stupid.
Just be insane.
Throwing out. Yeah, you know. I mean, it's like you gave me some good cuts, and I'll run those, but I'll let you just be one last crazy.
Now, are you getting three? Is it still just one blades on the top, or are they getting 2 or 3 now? It looks like it's starting to kind of grow out of it.
It's close. I'll pull it back out. I thought you were done. It's got some 1s and it's got some 3s, but I up potted it to. This is like probably like a 1.5. It's like a nursery. But as soon as I get the room done, it's going to be just a 6x10 veg. And I'm going to up pot all of these and really let them stretch out and get where they want to go. And then take cuts and fill this room up because it'll be done in February. And it'll be my veg room for the, because I know I want to keep this one. It's, I like it. Shout out High and Tight for fucking.
Right on.
Hooking it up.
The Groski for sure. Shout out to High and Tight. And Everyday Mary J.
Anything grows earlier. Ganja was asking about the fans that you have in your room or what you've got for circulation going on.
Yeah, so I've got an opening drilled into the far left that has like a screening over it. That's just open there. I figured I might need that one for if the dryer vent didn't work. So it was just drilled precautionarily or cut in precautionarily so that we could position it beforehand. But we figured just leave that open because I've got a floor fan going. That's going 24/7. And then I have my humidifier going and the heater going. The heater is set to the 80 degrees. So that one just goes and turns on and off on its own whenever it needs to. The lights are set on a timer for a 18/6 cycle. And then the humidifier, it's whenever I can get it to work, I'm very thankful. So that I'm struggling with right now. But it was just one that I had laying around that I found, so it already had been used and it was just doing the job. And I think it's kind of reached the end of its life. So I'm looking to upgrade that one next.
Just want to say I'm really glad to see BEEZ is back.
Hey, thanks, Spartan. I'm glad to be around everybody. Yeah, I have a question.
We're excited about this.
Dang grows.
And everybody out in chat, you guys can be thankful too. Things will be going a lot smoother now that we got BEEZ back. The behind the scenes works a lot smoother. On the front of the scenes works better. Thanks, BEEZ. Thanks a lot.
Here. Gee whiz, I wonder what question BEEZ might have.
So hey, anything grows. If you could be an animal, what kind of animal would you be? And there's a lot of animals, so I understand it's a hard question.
Take your time, but we want to know why as well.
I like how everybody really thinks about it too. That's what I love about that question is people actually are like, God damn, I don't know. What kind of animal would I be? And they actually think
animal or living creature?
Well, I mean.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Okay, I don't want to be a mushroom.
Oh,
their life cycle
that's the best answer I've heard.
And it's living. I mean, it eats decomposing material. So it is.
Yeah, for sure.
It is a living organism. I think it's the biggest living organism, I believe. The one in Oregon or something, or someplace, Washington, maybe.
Yeah, that was the greatest answer on the planet.
Could be. I thought the biggest living organism was aspen, quaking aspen in Utah, Colorado, New Mexico, Arizona.
Oh, I think that mushroom is bigger. I think it's like it goes across 2 states.
Yeah.
Gee.
I don't know. You have to talk to Paul Stamos. He's the one that I heard it from.
Right, Paul. Yeah. That guy's pretty
BEEZ,
wise.
you heard it from him. He said you got to get Paul on the show. Thanks, bud.
I didn't hear it from him. I didn't like. I heard it from a recording of his voice. I didn't talk to him directly.
Pauly Shore to come on the show, but I've gotten no response.
Not
I'm going
yet.
for Tyson.
But he's doing interviews again though, so
well,
there's a shot.
I'm gonna ask. I asked.
I mean,
hey,
it'd be so much
talk
better
to
if like BEEZ showed up at your door. You know, you can't say no to that shit.
Especially right now. Look how like his cleaned up look. I mean, he looks like he's trying to sell Jehovah's Witnessing or something.
He sells stuff that actually works. Like he has a cleaning material on the door that works. It's fucking wild.
Dude, that he looks like a lumberjack who got dressed up for town. I mean, very burly, dude. I like it.
I'm wearing my belt today and not suspenders.
Suspenders would have been badass, dude. That would have been fucking sweet.
I have to admit that one of my favorite looks was the porno star look. I really like that.
Yeah, that's
70s porn star.
That was a good one. He pulled it off nice.
When it had just the stash, you mean?
Yeah.
That was pretty excellent. That was excellent, man.
Oh, Spartan, you're pretty good at different forms of beard trimming, eh?
How so?
I'm just wondering if you
I heard
plan
you
on
had that flame
incorporating the sweater vest.
What do you think, BEEZ? Oh, he's taking.
Do you plan on incorporating the sweater vest at any point? Because that would just be full circle.
I do have a fleece vest.
You just got to see him on.
Fucking quite warm actually, but I do forest when I wear it, so I don't wear it very often. I do have a couple sweaters. Okay, I have more than a couple.
Just leave the collar out. Put the sweater on, but leave the
They're
collar.
more like Cosby sweaters, to be honest.
No, you put it on over your button up.
Over your button, with the collar coming through.
The collars come out. Absolutely, yeah.
All right.
You know, he got the ascot with it and everything.
And then if it gets too hot, dude, if it gets too hot, you pull it off and you tie it around your waist, man.
Yeah, you tie it over your shoulder.
No, over the neck.
Oh yeah, over the neck. Exactly. Yes, you're right.
If you tie it over the neck, you have to take on the yes, I understand. Okay.
All right, BEEZ, now you got to do
Very
it.
well.
Sparkling water only. That's it. It's
sparkling water.
Fucking sparkling water. Go if you can fuck yourself with your sparkling
I need to know what stream this water is sourced from.
I gotta be at work in like 6 hours.
I know this shit's so terrible, BEEZ. It tastes like shit.
6 hours, eBay. It's so good to see your face, man.
Yeah, you can't leave. Come on, man.
Oh, you cut your hair too? Fuck.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's like
He's clean shaven for you, man.
Oh yeah.
Canadian GQ.
There you
go. Good to see you, my
Catch
friend.
on you fucking Sunday morning.
See you fuckers
See you,
then.
Jay. Have a good night, buddy.
See you, man.
See you soon,
Yeah, man.
Well, Schwooby, man, thanks for coming on, dude. That's awesome. Appreciate
Yeah.
it.
Hey, what are you working on there, buddy? What strain is that plant?
This Golden Goat S1.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
I've heard
nice.
so much good things about that Golden Goat. Fluff
Yeah.
just put one down, and he said he's just amazed by it.
It
He has a
produces
big
footballs,
book.
man.
Has it already got some terpenes coming off of it?
This is my keeper. I've run this one like 7 times already.
Ah.
It's just like Pledge.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah.
It's got some big old families on it too. Some good size. Very
It's been
sativa.
vegging for what? I think it's been 5 weeks now. It's been kind of behind because my wife and kids got sick there last week, so I'm dealing with them. This has kind of been forgotten about.
Is that predominantly a sativa?
Yep. This one leans that way.
Mm-hmm. How
This
long
one
do you
flowered.
flower it?
The package says 65, 75 days. I let it go about 85 days though.
Yeah.
Wow, it's a long time.
Actually, when I first was hunting this one, I had a select pheno that went 126 days in flower.
Holy shit, man.
Yeah.
The fuck?
You go in there and pep talk that motherfucker like stop. Stop.
No
more water.
Knife, hold it up
No
to
more
his
water.
I just put it in the auto pot and let it run, do its thing, and pulled it when it was ready. It was such a just stubborn plant the entire time, but it tasted amazing. It had like a more of a diesel taste to it than the Pledge, but it still had that lemon in the background. It was good. It was good. Very good high, but it did not produce well. It was like tiny bud structure. This one, on the other hand, I've had photos of buds the size of my calf. So
yeah, small yield, and you go 120 days, you're out. Goodbye.
You're out.
You're out. 2 strikes, you're out. Hey, Stony.
Too bad it took 120 days to find
Stony.
out.
Yeah. Yet this is the run number 5. Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, should we do? If you're an animal, what kind of animal would you be, man?
A hippo, because everyone expects you to be fat.
Well, is it expect or they just are?
Hippos are pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm trying to think about it.
They just are.
It's not,
but they eat all the time.
Like we expect them to be. It's just like, I don't know. Getting shocked by electricity sucks. Hippos are fat. Chocolate is good.
They're vegetarians, aren't they? Hippos?
Yeah, they eat at night, I'm pretty sure.
I don't know. I hear
They're also very aggressive.
Uh-huh.
They look peaceful, but yeah, they like their space.
They got that little shit flipper foretail.
I wouldn't want to piss one off.
Hey, I gotta say, Moto on the fucking what was that movie? He was my favorite character on that whole movie, the hippo. I can't remember. Some
what about the hippo?
The went to Africa, and Moto was the hippo. He had that song, I like him big, I like him chunky. And he was singing to his hippo girl. Yeah, Madagascar. Yeah, that was so fucking awesome. I love that movie, man.
I've seen it so many fucking times, I'm over it.
I haven't seen it in a long time, so maybe that's why I still remember it fondly.
I watched it earlier today.
I like them big and chunky.
Joys the kids.
What were you trying to show, DP?
Yeah, DP.
Oh, you know, my doodles. Just my doodles.
I know, but we all want to see.
I can never get it to focus. I'm always too lazy to take my background off, so it's just always like me until I get frustrated.
I can see enough of it. I like it.
Yeah, and that's a really cool background you got there, man.
Right?
Yeah, I couldn't sleep last night and had some fun.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yes, wow. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, it'll be fun.
Yeah, like that the tequila worm?
What's that?
Yeah.
Is that the tequila worm coming out of the skull?
It's in everything.
Yeah, pretty much.
You got to look for that worm.
Just the worm. I like worms.
Hey.
I like the worms.
So, Rick, tell us how your bong is.
No, so there's 2 of them. That's why he's DP.
Nah, I'm DP because there's a penis sitting in there somewhere, and my nickname's Dick Pic. So, if y'all want to see a picture from me, find the dick.
Keep staring at it.
Okay, I was wondering what it was for, and I'm glad I didn't ask.
Yeah, so I had to explain it to Blue Kiss. That was great. Up in Lucerne, that was so funny. She thought it meant what
You can
most
explain
people
it right
think it meant.
now if you want.
What? Oh, I mean, most people know by now, I think. But yeah, it's just when I was in prison, I used to make cards for people a lot, and I just hide, like, especially people that pissed me off. I just hide penises in their cards. And so
You're
one day,
up,
somebody was
they
like,
paid good coffees for those cards.
Yeah,
right?
They paid a
You
lot.
get a
of
standing ovation, sir.
Wet packs and
Yeah, you know how many honey buns I traded for this shit? Fuck.
and some good meals, burritos, onions.
Somebody's grandma hung that up on a fucking refrigerator.
Hey, you don't even know how many went on there too. I had people coming once I found out. They're like, "Hey man, you put a dick in my girl's card. What the fuck, white boy?" It was the funniest shit ever, man. But no, everybody laughed about it. Everybody loved it. So it kept me busy, kept smiles on faces, and got me a nickname that I never thought would be on fucking YouTube. Fuck. Sorry, Mom. I got good parents. My mom and dad are good people, I promise.
And I can't unsee the dick in that picture now, dude.
Did you see it?
I see it, yeah. Now I can't unsee it. I wouldn't even thought to look for it until you mentioned it.
Yeah, Chad Westport, he loves it. Every time a picture comes out, he's like, I found it.
But where's Waldo?
Yeah.
Where's the dildo?
Where's Weenie?
Hey, have you shouted out what you do? Anything, Rose? With not penises or anything, just like building stuff? You do your what are they called? The stoner bears?
No, I don't put anything in mine, but
I was saying, have you shouted out what you do, like your craft stuff that you do?
No.
Build shit. Dick
No.
free.
No, I'm kind of doing it a different way now because I was really unprepared the first time that I told people that I was like selling them. But I make self-care bears, and they're novelty stash jar hiders, and they're really fucking cool. Here's one.
They are.
This is actually really funny.
They're dope as fuck.
Yeah, so here's his head.
Oh,
He's fucking stoned. Okay. Blaze to the gods.
ripped his head off.
And then it connects to his body. So when he's like positioned, hold on. Whew.
And you make those?
Yeah.
How long does it take to make one?
A couple of hours. Usually I make one a night.
Wow. Cool.
And then this is supposed to be a pot leaf, but it curls, so it also kind of looks like the sun because he's a yellow bear. And the inside here. Now, okay, this is the funny part. I thought I had gone through my weed too quickly and I was going to need to get some more. Turns out, though, when I looked under the bed here, I had already stored some in here.
Dash bear.
So it was like a really great surprise. It was a really good surprise. But yeah,
fucking cooler than 10.
Comes with they all come with a 4-ounce like mason jar, since they're stash jars.
Now, if I order one, can I get it customized?
I mean, it can be really any color, or anything really on the emblem, I suppose, but it just the complexity, it does take a while to figure out the design for it. So
that's super dope.
Yeah, that is pretty fucking cool.
Yeah.
I was taking 1-by-1 orders, and I thought I'd get like 4 or 5 inquiries a month, like people interested and being like, yeah, but it's expensive. And turns out I was getting 4 to 5 a day, and I like completely sold out all of my time for January. And I'm really thankful for that, but it just got to be a little bit too much demand, I suppose, for how quickly I can make them, being just one person who's normally typically very stoned. So not working, 100%, just a little slower. I like to take my time to make sure it's right.
Right.
But yeah, so instead what I'm going to do is make a set per month and then sell those, list those for sale. And when they sell out, then they just sell out for the month. So I'm hoping to launch them in February, and the set being launched is going to be the Blunt Buddy version of the self-care bear. And so he's red, he has a white pot leaf on his stomach, and then he's holding a blunt. So that's going to be like the theme specific one for Valentine's Day. Nobody has to basically smoke alone if you have a blunt buddy.
Oh, I love it. Do you mind saying how much you're selling them for?
Yes, they are $60 shipped. So no matter where you are, it's only $60 to get it to you.
That's cool.
Thank you.
A blunt buddy.
I like crocheting and stuff, so it's
I
nice
do
to be
too.
able
My
to
hands
kind
don't like
of.
it, but I do too.
I'm using the earnings to up. Oh, you do? That's so cool. It's really relaxing. But I like to, what I've been doing for the few sales that I've gotten, it's helped me get the new space heater, you know, and next it's going to help me replace the humidifier. So I don't have the money to get upgrades or to add additions, and now I do.
Congrats.
Nice.
That's amazing. I'm glad it's working for
Thank you. Yeah, it's real. Everybody has been so sweet and so kind and really getting the word out there. So I appreciate it.
It's a really cool idea. I like seeing people doing something new and exciting like that. I've not seen that before. Very, very cool idea.
Cool.
And you're doing your business through Instagram?
Yes, yeah. I do have a Facebook page under Anything Grows. Not the same way that my Instagram is, unfortunately. So I do have that, but I'm only starting to post on there. It's only recently been set up. So that's going to be a bit more detailed posts, whereas Instagram is going to be focused on like the highlight posts. But I'm trying to create a brand of a true learner, you know, like I'm not being sponsored by people. I'm not being gifted things, you know, I'm doing it any way I can to get the results I want, and other people I want to be able to show that to. So
cool. Fantastic.
So of course DP wants one with a dick on it. Is that doable?
honestly, absolutely. I could just send him a dick. I can crochet a couple of balls,
Sure, I can
no
find
problem.
here somewhere.
There you go. You can put a dick right on the bear. That'd make him anatomically correct.
Close. We're gonna have a session, and I'm definitely gonna get a dick down bear. That would be cool. I'm going to an event tomorrow. I'm pretty stoked. Moonlight Melts is hosting an event down here in Chicago, so a bunch of Michigan folks are going to be down here. Just found out about it. Hitting that up tomorrow. Got off work. Super stoked. I get to go meet some locals. I've been trying to branch out a little bit more locally. I've been running into some really good local people, so I'm stoked to get down there and see what everybody's about.
Oh.
What's up, Tara? You were waving.
Yeah, actually,
Sorry.
yeah, I was just gonna say, you've been encouraging everybody else this evening, and I'm about to call you out. You've been doing some amazing work lately on some necklaces and some keychains that remind me of paintings, and they're absolutely gorgeous. And yeah, see, now I'm making you show your stuff.
I just happen to have a little something handy here.
Of course I do. It's everywhere now.
Nice. Wow.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
What is that?
This is a necklace.
Yeah, I'm the stone. What is that?
Oh, this is my painting in here.
Oh, that's beautiful. Cool.
So this is just like a cheaper way for people to get their hands on my paintings without the extreme amount of cost for the shipping of the paintings.
Oh.
So I've got some keychains, and
wonderful.
necklaces. So yeah, they're turning out like so much like my painting. It's sick. I'm loving it.
Cool.
So yeah, thank you for letting me share.
We need subscribers to our YouTube channel too. Absolutely. Like, subscribe, please, please. We need 50 followers to go live. So yes,
It's
we
funny
need that.
how hard this is, okay? Because I have followers almost everywhere on all platforms of everything, which I can't get them on YouTube to save my life. I've begged, I've pleaded. I'm recruiting family members now because I'm like, okay, clearly I can't do this. So I'm like, yeah, it's so hard. I'm like, what, 5 away? I've been 7 away for a week now. I'm like, come on, this is murder. But I got like 450 on this platform and I got 398 on that platform. I'm like, I can't get 50 on YouTube. I don't know what it is. It's so funny.
See, I thought about trying YouTube, but I don't know what to, like, what would you post? You have to put like a video up a week?
Well, I paint all the time, so I've got content. I just would like people to look at it, to be able to care, to put more on there.
Do you use like the tags?
You know, I do my video and then I put it on YouTube, but I'd like to just go live on YouTube so it's just there. But this seems to be the biggest chore in the freaking world, but whatever, I'll get there eventually. But yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm doing like live art right there, so you can watch me paint.
That's really cool though. You might be able to see if you can use like tags to target specific groups. So like hashtags.
Yeah. There's a bunch of things that I could do at this point. I am like, I've got my shop and my store and everything. So I am busy trying to get all this inventory into my store. So all the funness that I thought I was having, it ain't happening no more in my life, trying to put everything in a store and stuff. So the fun will come eventually again. But yeah,
well,
there's
wish you good luck
there. It's just a matter of time.
Yeah, I definitely wish you luck. I hope it turns out well for you, and you know, you can get past this little starter home.
Right? It is something else. And thank you.
Now I'm gonna get off here, guys. I really appreciate you letting me be on and hanging out for so long tonight and answering all of my questions. I appreciate it so much.
I followed you on Instagram.
I
the questions.
think I followed you back. I'll make sure I do.
You've
all right.
absolutely
Good night, guys.
to have on tonight. I want to thank you for coming on. It's not too often.
I'll be back.
We want you back. We're gonna hold you to that. We want to be able to try and sex your plants for you next Friday. So come on back and we'll see if we can help you out. And just
Will do, absolutely.
yeah, hey, this has been a lot of fun. I've enjoyed this night.
All right, well, cheers everyone. Take care.
Have a great night.
Have a good night.
Cheers.
So she's talking about knitting like dicks for DP and stuff like that. or crocheting, sorry. I'll interchange those and not really realize they're different. But my girlfriend does crocheting too. So as soon as like dicks for DP starts coming up in conversation, she's on her phone looking for patterns.
I have a pattern.
She found a pattern for a 46-inch tall dick that she could crochet, stuff with cotton, turn it into a big giant pillow. And then she starts finding other patterns for like small
snuggle,
where you can make them like throw pillows for his couches, like Dick and then there's like Dick and all scarves and stuff like that, where it'll be like the head of the wang on.
That's what he needs. That's what he needs right there.
Hug his face with them.
I told Sequence to make me a slurper set. I want the pillar to be, you know, like the shaft and the head, right? And then the balls would be up.
How cool would that be on DP's bed? He'd be wheeling all the bitches if he had that.
And if he was lonely, he could still snuggle.
Imagine having a dick.
I'll never be lonely again.
Actually do that too, though. And
Dude, just think about the cleanup. That's a lot of cleanup.
You're gonna have to search for a condom, man. You got to go to a special shop for that one.
You're gonna have to like, yeah.
Would you get mad if your cat scratched it?
All right.
My cats, Jesus, those fuckers. My cats now have their own cannabis plant. They fucked up one of my autos so bad, I took it out of there and I just put it in the room with them. Now they can have it.
Don't do it.
And they never touched it again.
That one even has a pocket.
They eat that
put his
shit
phone
already.
in, his headphones in.
Oh, their pockets in the balls.
I gotta close up shop, yeah.
Or she could make one for profit with only like one testicle in it.
There you go.
Profit only gets one
Just a big ball.
Oh, fuck. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
yeah, just the one bald one for him. Yep. I think you guys got to get a picture of it together, both wearing your different dicks around your neck.
Right.
You'd be like twins. You remember like when you and your friend used to wear the same shirt to school at the same time? You guys
Yeah. Yep. Fuck yeah.
You'd be like fist bumping each other on the street. Like,
You're like in the same gang, man. You're in the dick gang. Yeah. You like bump tips. That's the secret code.
he's like, fuck you. I hate all you guys.
Too funny.
I could just, the old lady's like, yeah, this will happen at some point in time. I'm pretty sure. I can't wait.
I will donate yarn.
Costs so much to ship.
Lucas Gardens in chat says a dickless, like a necklace is a dickless.
That's great. What are you working on there, Schwoop?
This was Lemmer Jeffrey. I'm just defoliating the tent. Trimming all down, shaving the legs.
Tripping.
I got the cloner in there. I got to take all the clones in there and take them out of the tent so I can flower it. So that's tonight's project.
Nice.
So are you going to be flipping that to flower soon?
Probably Sunday.
Yeah.
Yep.
Nice.
Bunch of new strains. See what I like. Get rid of the rest.
Yeah, that well, Caribou, he's finishing one off right now, and that stuff really stretches, eh? Like, will it double in size from what it is now?
I don't know about double. It gets big though.
Yeah.
I still got 4 feet of headspace, so I got plenty of room. It's only about
Cool.
2.5 feet.
Right on, right on.
Yep.
Did you can I get a closer look at the brand the stem? Did you do much training there?
This one, no.
You topped it and
Top ones.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm just taking up the families, and she's due for water.
Yeah. Nice.
Is that typical for you to try and just have the 4 stems on each plant, or is this a bit of an experiment?
Anytime I first run one, I will strip it down and then top it once and let it do its thing. Okay. After that, I see what they're like. So I run 2 tents at once for flower. So I generally have a tent for tall plants and a tent for short plants. But because this is all a new batch, I'm trying to sort what's what. Because currently in the list is Arise, Double Dose, Morning Dew, Strawberry Starburst, Space Force, Lemon Jeffrey, Orange Gasm, Shredder, Golden Goat, Scarlet Begonias, and the Cream.
Good God.
Wow. Space Force. What's your take on the Space Force? I've heard so many good things about that one.
I like it. It produces well too.
Yeah.
I actually have some trimming up right now.
Oh yeah. No. Well, what pheno was yours, like terp wise?
It's gonna sound disgusting, but like funky garbage.
See, that's the one. I want that funky garbage, rotten fruit, bottom
of the trash. It's good.
Yeah, for sure. Hell
One
yeah.
second, where's the jar?
Yeah. I've heard that on multiple reports. If you get that one, it's a killer pheno.
I've heard really good things about the cream too.
Oh yeah, stink dang.
The cream I have is actually a male. I'm keeping the pollen, so that's an isolation chamber.
Ooh.
There was a lady in town here, Rick. She's been growing the cream for a little while now, and it's fucking badass.
Yeah.
It's big, huge, chunky buds. It'd be really great for using like pressing it or something like that.
So DP, Space Force Lore Nug for size reference.
You said that's a lower?
Yeah.
Hashtag lowers. Hell yeah. That's hard to choose. That's what's up, man. That's not, that shit looks nice. Now what's your medium?
Cocoa and perlite. That's it.
70-30?
50-50.
Oh wow. And what size pots and how often do you water? Okay, well that's just a 2 gallon or so.
This is a 1 gallon. So anytime
One-
I run a plant, I'll do the first time it'll be a 1 gallon, and then usually I'll keep them in 3 gallons if they're in the 5x5. If they're going in the bigger tent, they'll go in a 7 gallon.
And you're using the fabric pots. How often do you water?
These ones get water every day.
Once a day, or
once a day, yes. So one day it'll be 1 liter of water. The next day it'll be 2.5 liters.
Oh yeah.
Now, do you like the versatility of a tent, or would you rather have a large room where you can do like a?
I would rather have a room.
Yeah.
I like separate rooms, so I can modularly do it.
Right.
That's the dream. As it stands right now, I just service those places.
Yeah.
Got any future projects coming up on the horizon that you're really eager to get at, or?
I have my breeding project on the works right now. So I've crossed AK-39 with Storm Shadow.
Wow.
I've also crossed a CBD hash plant with Storm Shadow and made some seed stock from F2s. So
That sounds
it's been busy. I mean, if you'd like, I can send you some. I got a couple thousand kicking around.
Funny how that happens. They're playing with.
Yeah.
I'll ever need. I'd be down for trying.
Definitely. Hit me up on Instagram. Send me your address. I'll send them out to you.
That'll be cool. I'll send something your way as well. I've got some stuff on in a little bit of a bloom room right now, or breeding room, whatever. A few different phenos, a skunk we got some lemon Jeffrey, a spider girl, which is a cross of mine, 2 different phenos of orange gasm, and a couple other wild ties that I'm pollinating with a wild tie male. Just it's honestly like there's no really intentional breeding on anything I'm doing there. It's just I've got a bunch of plants and a whole lot of let's see what happens. Well, no, I can't say no intentional breeding. The idea is to make more of the tie F2s or whatever you would call them, just make more of those. And so you can use those later on for other projects or pheno hunting and stuff. But it's first breeding project I've done in almost a year, so I'm having fun with it.
What's the flower time on that tie?
I'm scared to find out. I'm still doing that.
14 weeks, 15.
Yeah.
22.
I want to know. I'm sure it's. I popped 3 seeds, and it was just let's see what happens. We always talk about on all our shows about how we're losing stuff with all the breeding in and out that we've done. So let's just go back. Maybe it'll turn out I'm going to spend a whole lot of time growing absolute garbage. I'm willing to accept that, right? That's why I'm trying to keep it smaller plants and their pots and make it happen as best I can. But there might be some really cool taste in there that I haven't seen, or it's been a long time since you have. You don't know until you try it. That's like the fun part about breeding and pheno hunting is just you don't.
Exactly.
It's that Forrest Gump "life is like a box of chocolates" analogy really works when it comes to pheno hunting. Like you really do not know. But then at the same time, there is times when you have been pheno hunting and breeding and your successive generations, and you do got a pretty good idea of what you'll find in there too. So yes.
Yeah. Cool.
I was hoping Rick was going to jump in and save me with something super witty when I kind of petered out there. But
oh, Rick, don't expect Rick to save you ever, man. Your ship's gonna sink like it is right now.
Yeah.
Rick, your microphone's not working, buddy. We can't hear a goddamn word you're saying.
Okay. I'm sorry. I just wanted to say I'm sorry, buddy. I wasn't listening. Could you just repeat what you just said there?
Damn it, Rick.
I couldn't if I wanted to.
Oh my God. Yeah.
I'm looking at the time now. It's about 9 o'clock my time, so about midnight on the East Coast. I think maybe it's about time to start thinking about wrapping her up. What do you guys all figure?
Yeah, but let's do some shout outs before we go.
Got
We
the
have the-
Patreon list in front of you?
As a matter of fact, yeah, why don't we start with everybody else? I'll work on that, on getting that list, and maybe start off.
I'm looking at it right now in front of me if you don't have it.
Well, hey, please, why don't you? It's going to take a while for it to come up on my computer.
Okay, that sounds good. So first and foremost, and you're only going first because you're the most recent, we got Ziggy's Garden. Cheers. We got South Nelson Farm. We're always hanging out with us. He's a constant supporter. Love you, brother. Tara, love you. See her. She's on the panel with us right now. Green Goddess. You see her on our panel all the time. She's frequent. Amazing knowledge, works in the dispensary industry. Eric Taylor. He's another great guy. I met him on Cannabis. Astro Charlie, great artist. He's got stuff. He's like HLG representing his artwork. I saw a little bit while ago. That's pretty cool shit. Colton Bridge, you saw that top chat, live chat video earlier? That was him that did that. And you'll be seeing more from him. He's actually working on our website right now, thecaribouhearttv.com. G-Bay Genetics, you see him every Friday night hanging out with us. He used to have the sexiest beard in the biz, but not so much anymore. But we love you, brother. Papa Z, one of the most kindest, gentlest people I know, and one hell of a guy. That Lemon Jeffrey in my tent that we're talking about earlier, that comes straight from him. Lobster Bush, bro. That dude, not only does he help support us financially every month, he actually wrote our theme song that you see every Friday and Tuesday night. So thank you, Lobster. You're one hell of a guy. Paula, how you doing, Paula? She's the great cook. She's the chef of the crew, you could say. She's been on a few times teaching us some of her wonderful recipes. What was that? Sausage, gravy, and biscuits last time she was on.
Ooh.
All cannabis stuff, like fucking phenomenal. Opie 7420, Mr. Solo Cup Challenge himself. We haven't seen him around in a while, but he's a true brother. And hopefully we can get you on again soon, Opie. Uncle Rick, he's right there. You see him, you know him, you love him. Mr. Mushrooms. You can follow his show, Let's Be Buds, every Wednesday night at is that 6 p.m. Pacific, Rick?
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
And next up, we've got my main squeeze, BC Stoner Mom. She's wonderful. She makes me happy. I assure you, she's amazing. Stoney Rockefeller, the drummer for Catachronic, great guy. And the whole reason that we found out about 420 Green Goss in the first place. Crazy Pop Mom, the crazy artist lady that we'd love to have us hanging out with us every Friday night. We were seeing her necklaces that she's been building and making, and earlier there, you can contact her if you're interested in one of those. Raider Dank Vader, the man with the links, always throwing them up in the chat first whenever we need them. Raider, we love you, brother. And Hypothetical Genetics, the official sponsor of Caribou Heart TV. It's his alleviating autoflowers. That's it. They're the ones that do it for us. Not only do we endorse his product, we stand behind it. Everyone on our panel grows and fully endorses his product. So you can reach out to Hype on Instagram or Cannabis. I believe that is at Hypothetical Gardener on both platforms. And not only is he's one of the nicest guys you're ever going to meet too. So he'll hook you right up. That's a lot of fucking talking, isn't it? I felt like Ace Ventura there for a minute.
You did really good. Oh
Absolutely.
God, that was amazing.
You put some love in there, man. Right on.
Well,
we love you, supporters, and love you, chat.
Yeah, we got a great group of people that hang out with us and support us time and again. It's what makes it fun. You know, like when we first started doing the show, there's a certain level of anxiety. And I was talking about this with Sweet Johnny in the pre-show, because you didn't know how it was going to go. You might sound and say something stupid and stuff like that. And it's and so there's, although you look forward to it, a bit of hesitancy. That's gone now. You look forward to doing pretty much every show now, because you're like, I'm going to be hanging out with my friends and family. It's going to be a lot of fun. Chat's going to be rocking. You know, we're going to have a kick-ass guest or panel members. It's Friday night. Let's get effed up. You know how it is. Always great time and again. With that, I'm just going to stop talking. Anyone else? You got anything? Anyone got something they want to add?
Well, for show, Tuesdays at 4 o'clock
7.
Pacific. Yep, 7 o'clock Eastern.
Yep. Operation Grow Saturdays at 4 p.m.
That's right.
On Easter.
Monday.
Neighborhood Grows.
Yeah, Monday Neighborhood Grows. Oh, Let's Be Buds Wednesday, 9 o'clock.
I think they're doing Wake a Bake tomorrow morning at
Oh,
Michigan
good.
Grows Grow Show. I
That'll
don't know
be-
if I'll be there or not, but they'll be there.
I was just gonna ask, are you actually gonna be up in time for that, Spartan?
If I am, I'll be in chat and fucking in my underwear, and no way in any means on a camera and
That's
up
a
and
short-
about. That's for goddamn
Short
sure.
show, right?
And that's 9 a.m. Eastern. Yeah.
Yes.
I think Sunday at what is it? Usually somewhere between 4:30 and 5 p.m. Pacific. Steve, Marshawn, and I we're gonna do another Headbangers Bowl. We're gonna talk some thrash metal on that one. That should be a fun episode right there. And then that'll run us right into you, Spartan, with Michigan Rose Grow Show.
Cool.
Perfect.
Great.
I love that there's something to watch almost all the time now. I fucking love that. So I don't have to watch TV or any other bullshit. I just watch good content.
Thank you. I'm with you on that. There, I don't do much Netflixing or anything like that, so I'd much rather this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And
Been
with
pretty
that,
cool.
everyone, thank you so much from the bottom of our hearts. We love you.
Hey.
Have a great weekend.